Hello and welcome. I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and you have found your way to Neon Lights Roleplay. We are so very glad you're here and hope you enjoy your stay. Tonight, we return to our playthrough of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. An eternal guardian for an eternal vault. First and foremost, no attempt to make this actual play cast child appropriate have occurred. This is a tale of cold isolation, alien incursion, and self-centered divinities. This actual play stream contains adult language, descriptions of violence and light gore, scary images, and generally speaking, a great deal of cold. Our players are here to warm the night. Safety tools are in place for the players, but you as a viewer do not have such a luxury. So if you know of any sensitivities to ballistic topics or come across anything that just makes you uncomfortable, feel free to fly away for a bit and come back. We will be here for the next several hours waiting and playing. Barring that, sit back, relax, keep all heads, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Slap that follow button to join the wonderful world of Neon Lights Roleplay. Click the Discord link that will spontaneously appear in chat. Be a part of the Neon Lights Roleplay community. And, above all else, be good. That's the rule. Be good. As for our players, we are going to go around the horn. They're going to introduce themselves, say hello, and answer the question for the evening, which I forgot to remind them of, so I'll riff a little bit after I say what it is. The question for the evening is who, what, or how, that's an or, not an and, would you secure your most prized possession? So who would you use to secure your most prized possession? What would you use to secure it? Or how would you secure your most prized possession? In retrospect, I probably could have just said, how would you secure your most prized possession and gotten the exact same answer? But why do that when I can add extra words and spend a little bit of time riffing? Anyway,
We love extra words.
I wouldn't be a dungeon master if I didn't add unnecessary extra words. That's it's just needed sometimes. So I think that that's enough time for everyone to come up with some kind of answer for their character. So we will work our way around introductions, beginning directly below me. Raised by geneticists traveling the jungles of the world, Brazil, Africa, India, Indonesia, and any number of remote locations as well. A bite from a rare green monkey caused them to contract a serious illness, and while the serum used did cure them, it bestowed the most amazing of abilities.
I think that was the wildest intro yet. I'm not
I
sure
understood
about the
that
rest
reference.
of you. I know, but still. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckolite. As per usual, tonight I am playing Astoria, the ASMR lore bard. I use she, they pronouns, and she uses she, her pronouns. How Astoria likes to really keep anything safe. How she's been doing for a very long time. Whether it be a small item or maybe something. It's just something that she wants to keep secret. She usually keeps pressed between the pages of a book.
Oh, pressing is wonderful, especially when the pages it's pressed between have meaning as well. Very special. Continuing on and around, far too young, they experienced great tragedy. Both parents killed in a dark alley while returning home through the roughest part of town. They dedicated themselves to learning, training, and becoming the reason evil would fear to raise their heads due to the darker danger hidden in the shadows. It's Al.
Wow. Thanks. My name is Al Lucart. I am tonight playing our bard of several, Mirth. He's a dragonborn bard. His pronouns are he, him. Mine are they, them. And if Mirth was to try and store a prized possession, he would probably give it to Brahm for safekeeping. Because he very much associates Brom with trustworthiness and keeping things safe. Brom's done a great job of keeping Mirth safe for quite a long time, so Mirth feels confident. Plus, if it's a secret, there's probably no better person.
It is true. He is the least chatty of people.
So that's my answer.
Perfect. Wonderful. Fantastic. Continuing down and around. A good-hearted orphan from the wrong side of the tracks who spent their life too small and too weak. Braver than most and stronger of will than anyone else to walk the earth, they accepted the super soldier serum and became a beacon of the best anyone can be. It's T.
Aw, that's so nice. No, look, I get to go show off my muscles that you can't see very well. Hi, I'm here playing Brom the Paladin today. The cold hand strike again. Brom the Paladin today, he's a human, and he... I thought about this really hard, actually. Brom's most prized possession is his sword. He doesn't really have many other earthly belongings, even though he grew up kind of a rich boy. His sword's name is Durandal, and he sleeps with it, keeps it in his bag, keeps it close to him at his side, and so far hasn't lost it. So I would say he trusts himself with its safekeeping, unfortunately. I think anything that he wanted to keep safe, he'd probably keep on his physical person, so that anyone who wanted to steal it would literally have to take it off of his body.
Brom heard Mirth say I'd leave it with Brom, and Brom said, yeah, me too.
Because Brom had to copy Mirth's answers.
Oh, that was my answer from the beginning. So I had to think really about what his prized possession was.
I'm just sitting here thinking, Brom goes, yep, you're right. I would keep
me-
my stuff
me
safe.
too.
It's
me too.
That's the answer.
It's me.
Correct.
Me's the answer.
What's pretty funny is Durandal actually has hurt Brom pretty badly. I think 2 or 3 times. So, but he still considers it his most prized possession.
Well,
Yeah.
continuing down and around, last known survivor of a doomed world, launched by rocket for their own protection, raised to uphold all that is right and lift up all who are weak, empowered by our yellow sun to become someone truly super. It's Janie Potts.
Hi, I play May, the another of our mini bards, but this bard is a queen. So this bard is different than all the other very different bards that are out there. I would say that her most prized possession she would keep on her, which is a pen that's just pinned on a different layer of clothes where you can't see it, but everything else she just keeps in her treasure room.
That makes sense. You cannot underestimate the power of a full army in locked vault somewhere back home.
Yeah. Too bad she doesn't have access to it now.
Last but not least, our guest for this week, endowed with mystical powers by the Amulet of Right. He was handed this ancient item by the legendary sorcerer Merlin himself and his daughter Roma, powered from the otherworld and guardian of the Omniverse. It's Squiggles.
I'm loving these intros. These superhero origin intros are
Yes.
filling me with power. Hi, I'm Squiggles. My pronouns are he, him. I am going to be playing the halfling rogue by the name of Hush. And yeah, we're going to get up to shenanigans, I guess. Not many shenanigans. I'm adorable. I'm not very shenanigan-y. Hush's most prized possession is something that he keeps on him at all times. In fact, he's wearing it as we speak, and I don't think it wouldn't be wise to leave it anywhere else. Otherwise, he would probably be in a little bit of trouble. So I think that answers the question without going too deep.
It does. It
Mm.
does. Fantastic. And I am the last hit point hero. I use the he, him pronouns. I will be the remainder of whatever we run into and probably get killed 1 or 2 times by the party, which is what makes Dungeons and Dragons so much fun.
Absolutely. Yes.
We left off last time with a fight inside the Ragged Glacier itself. The party met a new halfling to join the group, Hush himself. They found their way into the glacier by using the poem that was within the, eaten by the Hungry Tome. When they made their way in, there was a long hall of some of the Frostmaiden's most faithful frozen in place. And toward the end, a number of them were torn out from the wall and appeared to be at least partially consumed. Making their way through a broken door in the back, they found their way into the glacier itself, slid down a short icy ramp, ran into a specter that seemed disinterested in them in every way, shape, and form, but the flaming skulls were interested, and after a brief barbecue, the skulls were extinguished, and the party found themselves regrouping, relaxing, investigating, found some amethysts, a magic ring, and a little singed, some of them more than others. They ended with a stream of motes of light extending forth from Hush down to the south. I think that is everything. I will pull us away for one moment before we get back to a scene that is completely in line chronologically with what was happening last session. As the flames leapt from the skulls toward the surrounded warriors, a shape hunched in the darkness beyond, consumed by hunger, confused and lost. Their eyes flash briefly in the light of the fire flung across the room. Soon. Yes. Soon. We pull you back to the decimated remains of what was a skyship of some kind. 4 headless skeletons within, 4 extinguished flaming skulls without, all of you regrouping, and that is where we return. Cold hands, warm heart. The game is yours.
All right, sweet. So we should probably do some investigation. Should we go up first before we leave this area?
Happy to do some investigating, although I do know the direction that I need to be heading in as well. So, but yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we'll go, I guess, northward first, so I know we have to go south eventually.
Sure.
I do.
Go ahead.
You spend some time working your way up to the north through this twisted passage where this flame skull came from. Looking around, there's not much. This seems to be just maybe from the flow of water or an air cavity in the ice, something like that. But looking around a bit, no, this part of the cavern seems to just terminate, just end.
Okay. I'm also going to lay on hands for myself. Give myself some more hit points back. Sorry, everyone who's going to need this later.
that's probably what Astoria was just about to suggest. I'm like, maybe we should rest or something, at the very least heal up.
Oh yeah, we can do a
all
short
took-
rest.
We all took quite a hit.
Yeah.
And what does short rest do again?
You can spend your hit dice to heal.
Oh, okay.
And Mirth will play a ditty. We'll do Song of Rest, which allows everybody to take an extra D10 of HP per short rest.
Yeah,
So as long as we do at
all of
least
us
an
can do
hour
that.
of napping or journaling or quiet contemplation, we can gain an extra D10. So make
love
sure
it.
to take it.
So I just roll a D10 and add those to my hit points.
You add that plus however many hit dice you want to spend. So if you want to spend some hit dice, you can. I think you only got hit once, so I think just one hit dice would be.
Oh no, I'm at 36 out of 40. I had gotten hit a lot.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought you got hit.
They did a
Well,
lot of
everyone
healing.
takes 10 from mine.
Nice.
Okay.
Same named abilities don't stack bards.
What do you mean? Well, fine, I'll take the 10 then.
How many are we allowed to spend?
More or less as many as you want, hit dice wise.
I'm nearly at full.
If you're close to full, you probably don't need to use too much. I think the people most in need of some hit points are Astoria and Brahm needed a bunch too.
Yeah, he's ouchied.
Yeah, they had to pay a bunch last time because she got almost dead.
Oh God, poor May.
The flame skulls kept getting her.
Look, 4 flame skulls and each one has access to fireball. There was bound to be some damage. So just out of curiosity, where are you all going to take this short rest?
Up here, probably.
Okay. Yep. that's
Where
perfectly
it's
fine.
safe.
Wherever it's safe. And is anyone on the lookout, or are you just tucked away in the corner and gonna snuff the torch and sit in the dark
we're
for an
gonna
hour and
look
contemplate
out.
what happened?
God, no, God.
Hey,
Freaking gnolls are nearby. We've got to make sure that they're not going to interrupt our journaling time.
Yeah, we're gonna get like a Hobbit 1977 like montage if we all.
Oh,
Like, look, I overuse that clip like all the time in my games whenever we get attacked by goblins in the dark.
true, true.
so all of you are able to sit and you spend an hour in contemplation, figure out what's going on. While you're there, it's probably a good time to assess any, forgotten items and bags or that sort of thing. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, So as we're ferreting through things and Mirth is putting away his whatever instrument he chose, what would he be playing? Either the flute or probably the violin, because you can go quiet with that. As he's putting it away, he reaches into his bag and takes out a battered little container of eyeshadow. And as he's about to apply it, he pauses and looks in and goes, "Oh my goodness, look at this. When did we get this?" And he takes out a knife, a large dagger.
It's
Is that what this is?
a big dagger big enough to be a short sword.
A big dagger big enough to be a short sword. And he looks at it sort of curiously and puts it down in the middle of us and goes, "Well, feels magical."
That looks very interesting. What is this? You see Hush sort of walking over to where Mirth placed this short sword, did you say? Is it a dagger or a short sword? Is it a short sword?
It is a short sword, but if you were an ogre mage, it would be a dagger. Because they're big.
So, to a halfling, is this like a great
This-
sword? Is this...
According to 5e, it's still a short sword, but it's
Still a
basically a
short
long sword for you. So
It's a long sword, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Hush sort of walks over to Murph and goes, "This looks, this is really cool. What is it? Where did you get this? Where did you find this?" Sort of picks it up.
Well, what is it? Yours now. 2, what does it do? Heck, I don't even remember where we got it. Anybody else? Mirth kind of looks quietly, by the way. Mirth would have his quiet time
Dude.
voice on, but he sort of looks around if anybody is vaguely awake and has an opinion or information on this item, because he does not recall, but he basically says, "We've done a lot of adventuring. We found a lot of stuff."
That was
Yeah.
before my time.
God, yeah, I've been lugging that along for a long time. Yeah.
And I got +1 to hurting things.
Woohoo.
Courtesy of Cole.
You
It's
see,
a +1.
you
Puts
seem
it straight in his back. Like, yeah. How do I look? does his best sort of superhero pose with his arms to his side, big dagger, ogre dagger stuck to his back. Like, yeah.
Looks great.
You
You
look.
see
You
going
look
through her. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I said you see May going through her stuff, and she pulls out a dagger that she forgot that she had, and just kind of slides it into her whatever dagger thing. I don't know.
We're just full of blades today.
We really do just like try to hit things and only do 5 damage when we don't have to live like this.
This is the life all of you chose.
Except for Brom,
Dark life.
he uses his skills.
Brom uses his skills.
He
He
does.
hit things a lot.
True.
Mhm.
Brom imitates Hush's pose with his great sword. Now they're both doing it.
Hush stands like right next to Brom and does it. Like, yeah. Looking up like,
Cheer me up. Thank you too.
You can't see my arms, but I'm chair so low, but doing this too.
Well, really, keep going. That's cheering me up a lot. Keep going, both of you, please.
Brom says
Movement
he's
text.
wearing armor, so you can't see anything, but he like does the flexing pose. He is at least impressively bulky, especially wearing armor.
Hush is not. Hush is a rake. So, but trying his best to look as strong and as tough
No,
as.
This is fine. This is fine. This is great. Turn to the left a little.
Turns to the left. Showing his traps, trying to get his traps out. Like, yeah, this is where...
The hour passes, and all of you,
Can we say-
are able to recover your hit points.
Can we say that we did something not just posing amazingly at each other, but also we are able to get a little more information on this dagger for our friend? Do you want us to make any
absolutely.
rolls or?
No, this dagger's been being lugged around for a while. You know
Okay.
exactly how it works.
We recall. Okay.
The 3 gems are glowing, and we already discussed what's each of those gems. So you only get
Okay.
1 use, and then it expends it.
Okay.
All
May
right.
does hear all about her fear of flame skulls and how this was like the worst battle ever for her just now.
This sucked. This battle sucked.
Anyone that didn't have a fear of flaming skulls, respect them.
We have a fear now, definitely.
So you're able to pass out a few of those items you've had sitting around and kind of forgotten about in bags. You're able to recover some of your hit points, spend some time bonding over mutual massive paladin and mini rogue dual posing. The time passes, and it. I got to mark another hour on my clock.
As the time passes, actually, can I hop in real freaking quick? Because there is something. Mirth is going to check out the null ray and try and see if he can figure out how it works and what ammo it uses. And he's going to play it being a gunsmith, which will go well for him. What would you like me to roll?
It is a straight intelligence roll.
No. Shoot. Okay, let's see.
That's
I got a 14.
a 14. So you take a look at it, and you are now confident
Oh, dear.
of what button to push to make it make a big blasting.
Oh, okay, great.
And
Thank you.
looking at it, the fact that previously you weren't confident, but you've shot it like 3-4 times at this point, briefly concerns you. But that feeling passes.
In which Mirth learns gun safety.
Uh,
Oh my god.
so you don't know anything more about it.
Okay. Thank
But you do at least flavor-wise know which button to push to make it shoot.
Okay, and I can't tell anything about ammo. All I know is I can push a button and it works.
As
But
far as you know,
Okay.
ammo? What's ammo?
what's ammo? Yeah, good
This is
question.
just gonna-
What an
this is just-
assumption the player was making.
I mean, ammo? I mean, you just push the button and the bright,
the button.
dangerous light comes out, bounces
It's
off
just
stuff,
like
and hits
magic.
things somehow.
This
Same
is fun.
principle. Cool. Okay, thank you. I'm done now.
Absolutely. Anything else anyone want to do before the short rest ends? All It is about 6 p.m. on the 22nd of Alturiak. You are deep within the caves of hunger. Where to next?
Deeper.
Let's moving. Moving down.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's moving.
Sure.
Let's
If
moving.
we had a short rest, that means I've only got an hour left of my psychic link to everyone.
Okay.
So yeah, just
Good to know.
FYI on that one. But yeah, I'm still able to communicate silently
Perfect.
with everyone in the group.
Sounds good. An hour, that's all we'll need for this dungeon.
Oh, sure. Certainly.
Yeah.
The light from the torch bounces off the many facets of ice that make up the walls as you make your way through the remains of your battle. You can see to the left what appears to be a drop-off, a sudden end to the floor, while to the left, if I said left, I meant south. Down here, there's a sudden drop-off.
Mm.
To the southwest, there appears to be a hall that goes further down, weaving through the ice. And then to the northwest is where two of the other skulls came out of.
Let's listen for hyena giggles and see if we can
Absolutely.
deduce, like, who's around the corners.
If anyone would like to make a perception check for the party, I will permit it. I don't want everyone to make one. I would like a representative do so.
A smart person, please roll.
I'll do it.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
It's been good. No, it wasn't good. Wow.
12
No, plus 8 to perception.
plus 8, you're at a 20?
Dang.
No, I said that's what I have. I only got.
Oh, you rolled a 4 and added 8 to it for 12.
Oh.
It's horrible. That's what I'm trying to say.
As you stop and listen for a moment, you can hear the cracking of ice, the sounds of water dripping in the distance, just the hollow as each droplet falls. And you thought for a moment that you could hear crying, just a sob or two, sounding as though it was from someone in distress, but that fades into your hearing and fades out almost as quickly.
Did you hear someone crying?
Was it coming from this direction?
Because of the acoustics of the ice, it's impossible to tell.
Damn it. Wait, I remember from using my my earring
Yes.
that the direction I needed to go was in this direction.
Yes, to the south.
If I could, I'm gonna Hush is gonna sort of walk up to. This is a drop, right? This is
Yes.
gonna drop down. He's gonna walk up and see if he can just assess the drop, see how far it is, and yeah, and then look back to the rest of the party just to see what they're doing.
Sure. You take a look down, and it looks as though it's probably, a quick guess is a 30 or 40, probably closer to 40-foot drop. Light-wise, what do you have right now? You have a torch, don't you?
Oh, I don't have anything out at the moment, and I can't see because
I think Brom had a torch. Someone was
Uh,
carrying a torch.
Brom has I think Mirth actually has a torch. Brom's sword lights up now. So
Okay.
he's used his sword like a torch.
And then what is the distance on it? 30 feet? 40 feet?
It's 230.
I would
Like
say
it's-
whatever it is, and you
right
can look it up in case it's relevant later. But in the flickering shadows at the edge of the light, you do see the ground, and it is probably about 40 feet down.
Mirth will come over and hold the torch over him, and then look at you and go, why are you looking? No. You can't be thinking what I think you're thinking.
But I need to get down there.
Why? Did you drop something? Your quest?
Yeah. I'm looking for someone, and they must be down here. They must be.
Well,
Why don't we check the other ways first before we go down there? Because we're gonna have difficulty getting back up.
Well, unless you want me to take a quick look. Remember?
Oh, there's an
I
idea.
can fly.
What does that mean?
Well, we could send Astoria, who's that's an anachronistic term, so I'm going to redact Mirth's statement there. Mirth sasses, but he doesn't break the fourth wall as much as I've been having him do it for. We could do. Mirth sort of looks thoughtful and says, maybe we should all stick together as one. I don't like the idea of you getting eaten by a gnoll when we're not down there to have Brahm attack it.
That's fair.
So, how about this? We power walk through the other little arteries in here, and then as soon as we're done checking, because there will surely be nothing dangerous around these creepy corners, we'll come back and we'll go down this drop and find what we may find. What do you all think?
Sounds good. Let's go.
I mean, maybe
Sure.
it's a safer way if we go down that way. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. 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 He's saying.
We'll find your friend. Oh, in his head. Oh, to all of us, or like privately?
Yeah. It's just.
In our minds. Okay, got it. Alrighty then.
Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go north first then?
Yeah.
At first? South first? Southish?
I mean, did we already check out this little nook already
Nope.
up here?
Nope, we didn't.
Okay.
You spend a few moments going up through that way, Mirth, and it is just like the one before. It seems more like an air cavity than anything else of note.
Okay. Mirth jogs in and then quickly runs back out like a big chicken and says, "Nothing there, no humans, no gnolls. Nothing shiny."
All right.
As you start making your way that direction, you can see what appears at first to be broken pieces of ice heading downward. But on closer inspection, it's almost stair-like carved ice leading down, twisting into the darkness.
Interesting. Let's do that. Let's do that last. Or do you want to go down there? It's up to you guys.
Well, it looks like, saying again in his head, there's the way down that looks like a massive 40-foot drop, which will probably kill me, if we're honest. And these look like these are stairs. Like, it will probably end up in the same place, maybe, sort of. I don't know.
That's what
Well,
I'm hoping.
You have to drop. I can go first and do Featherfall.
I think that these are stairs. Mirth is kind of going to agree with Hush on this one.
Old
I think
stairs.
most roads lead to Waterdeep.
I think we should check our other tunnel first and then go down there.
Well, this would be the last one, T. The one from
Oh, okay.
the north is
top
what
one.
that's how you entered that room.
Oh, okay. What? And this one's not anything. I forgot.
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay.
we came out of there. We fought in there.
Always go. Okay, let's go down this one then.
Do you want me to go first, just in case?
Sure.
I don't mind going first.
All of you are standing at the top of an icy stair.
Okay.
Who takes the first step?
How about I go first? Because I can communicate silently back to you to see if there's any trouble ahead or anything
Sure.
like that. Okay. I'm going to be looking to see if there are any like traps. Maybe not traps, but like, unsteady flooring or anything like that as I go to step forward.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you approach this stair.
That is a 26.
These are the most slippery looking stairs you have ever seen in your life. You are certain that the first person to put a foot on these is at great risk of feet first, head over heels, rolling their way down them. Precautions should be taken.
Oh boy.
I communicate that back to the rest of the group and say, maybe this isn't the safest way down.
Oh, shoot. What if you sit on your tail and scoot? Mirth says wisely. As if this is an option that makes sense. With full dumb confidence.
Why don't we use our rope to secure it? And then, like, walk down like ice climbing.
Oh, there's an idea.
I think someone has a really long length of rope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like we all should. We're adventurers.
Yes.
Somewhere at
Except
the
for
bottom of
maybe-
the bag.
So
Alright,
true.
so you fellows, Brom is going to secure the rope at the top, and then we can go ahead and head down.
Absolutely. Who takes the first step?
I'll allow it to be Brom. He can be a sled.
Oh dear. He could be a sled.
Brom, as soon as your foot touches the step, it shoots forward. You have a hold of the rope, and you immediately brace yourself and are able to, with the taut rope behind you, slowly start to descend. Every time you take a step, your feet just shoot out from under you. And it's up to you if you end up scooting down on your butt most of the way down, or what that ends up looking like. But regardless of how you do it, there is the crash of what sounds like a million pots and pans every time part of your armor slaps a wall or you hit the ground. And
Oh dear.
Let's be entirely honest here. Like, it sounds like pots and pans anyways when he's walking around.
Fair.
We are all fool of a toque. The fact
The-
that we were like, yeah, good idea.
the metal echoes off of the icy tunnels.
Awesome. Good.
And
good.
in the far distance, somewhere in the middle, you can just barely hear over the sounds of clanging metal.
Oh great.
They're
heard us.
laughing at us.
They're laughing at our
You guys in your heads here. This isn't going very well.
No, don't give up,
It's
Heart.
not-
It's going great. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
That's better than falling down the stairs, okay?
Falling down the
Rom, are
stairs.
you okay down there?
I'm fine.
All of you can safely make your way down. Go ahead and work your way. You've taken an appropriate precaution.
Okay. Whee!
At the very bottom of this stairwell, there seems to be a room that is somewhat carved on the walls. Rather than just the natural look of snow melt and ice, there seems to be something deliberate. Something ancient. Crude pictographs cover the walls in places. And as you look carefully, you can see layers of frozen blood beneath the ice itself.
Oh, ewy.
The
That's
same is
exactly what Mirth
true
says.
for the corners of the room and other areas. There are 3 fallen stones in the center of the room itself. And what appears to be I would say a shallow pit, for lack of a better description, that has been dug into the floor behind them.
This is suspicious down here.
Yeah. What does the ceiling look like? Just curious.
You look up, and the ceiling here is about 20 feet higher than the floor. Well, probably 30. What's the difference? About 30 feet high, and it looks like fairly smooth ice. You can see the light reflecting off of it in places. Go ahead and give me a perception check as
Okay.
you're looking up there, Astoria.
Why are the digital dice on? Okay, it's gonna take like 2 more seconds. Oh, this is agonizing. Please. 21.
21. The ceiling is completely nondescript, and as you look around in the light of Brom's sword and the torch that's flickering, you get a sense that something has been here fairly recently, but doesn't appear to be here now.
Great.
Yeah, I communicate this to the group. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on. You're also
there any-
muted, Al.
Thank you. Mirth asks if there's gnolls around or if there are any paw prints on the ground. Do we see any?
Any pawpaws?
Since you're looking for something like that, tracks, someone can give me a survival check. And again, just one.
Who wants to do our survival check for the party? No?
See, I mean, +3, it's not that bad.
Don't do it via meta. Do it via who would have the initiative. Who would be peering? Maybe it is Mirth. Maybe it's Mirth.
Maybe it is Merc.
All right, maybe it's Mirth. Here we go then. I should take ownership of that and take responsibility if it doesn't go well. Here we go.
It'll be amazing.
I got a 12 total.
12. So with all of the ice, the floor itself doesn't really take to prints too well. You are fairly confident that this shallow pit amongst the rocks, you can see scratch marks in the ice. Something dug this pit. You can't say for certain that they're claw marks, but there's definitely scratch marks.
Can we see if there's
Okay.
anything inside the pit right now? Is there anything in there?
Oh, it's just it's more like a shallow depression pit.
Okay.
It's not a pit. I had trouble figuring out a good word to describe it. It's an indentation in the ice. In fact, Hush could curl up perfectly and kind of nestle inside of it.
Recreating Otzi, the Iceman.
Gets into it and just lies there. Goes, yeah.
I
As
think
you're
Bert
laying
cracks
there-
up.
You open your eyes to kind of look up to see if anybody's noticing or paying attention, and when your eyes go back down, you can see through a layer of ice. There appears to be a body part under the ice, just part, not a whole one. It might be a part of a hand. Yes, you're confident. It's part of a hand, frozen
Ew.
under the ice.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Guys, there's a hand underneath here.
Oh goody.
Oh.
And with that being pointed out, you start looking more closely at the walls and the floor of this room.
Oh no.
And you can see frozen beneath the ice. Not deeply. Maybe just a few layers of ice, a few inches over the top of it, less in some places, more in others. There are bits and pieces of half-eaten anything.
This is a larder. This is somebody's pantry. Yeah, we're in somebody's kitchen. We're the frozen food. This is bad. We gotta get out of here. I don't like this.
Yeah, so what are the ways out?
Looks
good
back at the stairs.
question,
Probably
May.
not that way.
This
Shit,
way.
shit.
I'd like to move as silently as possible. Do I get an understanding of how, like, this was this clawed out or was this dug out? Like, what?
Those are accurate descriptions.
Oh God.
There was not a high enough survival to be certain how they were created.
Okay.
The above table answer.
Can I look for a way out?
Yeah, you looking around, there's another tunnel that goes to the east.
I should stand in by the tunnel, just looking through, like, just to see if there's any dangers going. But he's pointing like this way, and
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah, mate's going that way, and hopefully they're not like going into the kitchen any further or anything.
Sure. So May, you make your way down a short, twisting hallway, and find yourself in a much larger room, larger than the one you were in before. Looking around, the light only extends so far, and at the edges of it, you can see what appears to be broken stone that has fallen over onto the ground. The floor itself is covered in chunks of ice. And occasionally, never too high, only a few feet, there are stalagmites of ice growing upwards.
Great.
Not enough to hinder movement, not enough to hide behind, only, at most 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Oh, goody. Decorative
Yeah, I'm still-
stalagmites.
So it's one
I'm
of
still
them.
getting flashbacks to the time that we were on the ship and we got attacked by a stalactite. Can I look and see if I can discern anything about these stalagmites?
we're
Uh,
Oh.
the stalagmites themselves appear to just be ice.
Okay.
That was so
You said
terrible.
appear.
It was
See, you said
horrible.
appear. You didn't say they are ice. You said they appear to. No, I don't like
That
this.
is the initial impression. Would you like to further investigate a stalagmite?
Yes. But
Okay, go ahead.
But no.
But
Because
no.
if I get close, I'm scared.
Yeah. In
yeah,
character, a story would probably communicate that. Wait. Oh, that reminds me far too much of the one that we fought on the ship.
Rom would
And
nod.
then you hear the what?
Explains. Yeah, we fought a stalactite.
They
I
would
don't think Mirth was there for that one, so he is equally puzzled by
Oh,
this.
a
And he,
horrible monster. It was so hard.
I think Mirth was Mercutio'd at the time. Mirth sort of comfortingly pats Astoria's shoulder. We won't let it hurt you anymore.
Because this is telepathy and words simply don't do it justice, Astoria is able to project an image of what appears to be a stalactite, but there are massive tentacles coming out of the stalactite itself, trying to pull the members of the party up to a mouth. And there were smaller ones, baby ones, that
the
would
baby.
fall to try and land on.
I remember
That's all
that
I
now.
could do.
That was I remember that now.
Hated that. That was a hard monster. No,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, you see Hush just looking now and just looking up and around and down and underneath his foot and just around and then under, like just through his legs. He is just like cautious AF.
Yeah.
No. I don't.
As it is now relevant, what is the radius of light that you all can create right now?
Brom's sword is like a torch.
Okay.
And Mirth is in the back, so you guys are getting some light from the hallway, I guess.
Let me double check torch light. It is 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet.
Ooh, that's
Um,
nothing.
So in the light of a torch, remembering this tale and this battle, you look up and you cannot see the ceiling.
Hmm.
It passes into the darkness above.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't want to risk it. I think Hush is going to pull the ogre dagger from his back and I think rub on one of the gems and throw out dancing lights just to put 4 globes just sort of in the room to illuminate it a little bit.
Let me grab
Uh,
coffee really quick. Be right back.
Probably not a great idea, but terrified.
Oh no, light always helps. Here's the thing. Mirth gives you a thumbs up from afar, because Mirth's philosophy on that is, it's if you can't see in the dark, always better to give yourself the advantage of the light. Like, come what may. Like, you're gonna have to fight it anyway. May as well be able to see it so you can hit it.
You send these 4 swirling lights up toward the ceiling, and these are much dimmer than torches. It's only 10 feet of dim light off each of them, but you're able to send them up and up and up, And once they get really just a couple dozen feet beyond the light of the torch, the light breaks into 1,000 rainbow motes as it reflects through perfectly clear stalactites holding to the ceiling above you.
That's a good thing, right? Perfectly clear.
Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
think so.
As you look up, you see the light scatter through, and for a moment, it's almost like looking up into the night sky with the stars dancing above you.
Wow. Mirtha's gonna kind of quietly walk in a little bit, and he does an Anastasia twirl on the ice, and kind of like has his main character moment in his own little head. And he's like, "It's so beautiful in here. If you forget all of the frozen bodies and the hyena people, it's pretty magical."
Forget that. Then this is an amazing. Look, I did it pretty. I made it pretty.
You did. Also, question just for flavor: what does your dancing lights look like when you channel for the first time your cantrip from your new thing? Because Mirth's dancing lights look like music notes that glow, but what do yours look like?
I
Are they
think.
different?
Yeah, I think they would look like almost like the cornucopias. Like yeah, like a horn that's sort of filled with fruits and nuts, but doesn't not necessarily taking the full form of that, but like just one of the things that comes to his mind. Just and yeah, that would be pretty cool. I like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. Yeah, Mirth admires them, and as one floats by, he kind of like grabs it in his hands dramatically and spins it around, and then sends it floating back up like a nautilus in the deep. Yeah, magic's amazing. I think he actually says that out loud in like sort of an adoring voice of anybody that is able to cast any kind of magic. He just goes, "Magic's amazing." Is that the first time you cast a spell?
Yeah, you'll hear it in your head. Like, yeah. Hush goes shh out loud. Remember, I can talk to you. Don't worry. Yeah. And looking at the sword, like, this is really, really cool. Sees though that the gem has sort of dimmed, so that spell isn't there anymore. It's like, but still, I think I could get used to this kind of thing. So you guys just do this, just magic and
That's right.
All the time.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Almost as awesome as being able to talk into people's heads, Mirth thinks.
Aw.
It is pretty handy, to be fair. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, we're all cool. We're all pretty cool. Yeah.
Making your way just a little bit deeper into this room, you can see at the edge of the torchlight now a little bit more clearly what appears to be a pillar that has fallen onto the ground itself. The initial look at architecture, and I want everyone to stop. So don't move yourselves anymore, because after I describe this, something will happen. The pillar architecturally appears very similar to the tower you were in before, the one that was upside down in the ice. There is something netherese about this pillar, something about maybe it is the runes that are on it or the general structure of it. It immediately reminds you of what you had just seen. And Hush, you're unfamiliar with this, so as you kind of take a step closer to investigate, you hear a sharp crack above you, and I need you to make a dexterity save.
Oh, good. I'm good at those. Dexterity save. 26.
26. You are able to leap away. Go ahead and put yourself in any adjacent square. I don't care which one.
This one? Is that okay?
That works for me. You hear a crack and immediately jump to the side. The rest of you turn to look, and it's almost as though Hush jumped before the sound echoed through the chamber, but a stalactite comes rocketing to the floor and shatters into 1,000 pieces.
Dang.
And in the center of that, almost as though they were writing it down, is a shape. A small shape. One covered in a cloak with a hood. Not all that unlike what Hush is wearing.
What?
As this halfling rises,
Where's the turn order coming?
her face shifts
Something like that.
and looks at each of you in turn before freezing on Hush himself. There is a obvious similarity between the two. The halfling that landed opens its mouth, jaw disjointing with massive
Crap.
fangs,
What?
Oh my god.
and hisses.
What?
Brom
would-
is going to. Oh, good.
It would be a good idea to roll initiative.
I
Oh wait, don't roll it yet. I have to clear the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brom was gonna, I think, roll religion on this thing. Should I do that?
Well, you can roll initiative and do it on your turn.
Okay.
Also, before we get into
Ooh.
it, is it okay if I take a quick bathroom break?
Yes, if anyone needs to step away for a moment, that would be a great time.
Gonna roll
I
my
got
initiative.
It'll take just a second to fire this stuff up.
What
He's not happy with my initial roll.
is happening?
No.
It's
What?
I don't- roll at all. I got an 8.
An 8! An 8!
I don't like that. I'm not gonna.
8 May.
I
May.
hate it when that happens.
8 for May. Oh, I better change the music.
Because then you're like, what? You know, if they're good, if you all are good enough, I guess May doesn't have to fight at all.
You know,
Just like, sit back and have a snack.
if
I'm just-
everyone is effective enough, yeah, exactly.
All of y'all need to get like super effective, and they can just sit back and have a snack and watch you all fight.
I'm
And
just,
then
I'm just imagining like Final Fantasy battle music every time we enter an encounter. Like, always hated- I always hated that when you like have an ally and you're like talking like pals, and all of a sudden the music changes. I'm like, shit, he's gonna try and kill us. Guy with a complicated name, how could you betray me?
Either
So stupid.
guy with complicated name or Sid. That is the entirety of Final Fantasy naming conventions.
Like, it's like becoming like emotionally invested in someone with an incredibly stupid name is like my biggest sin in like playing fantasy games. It's like guy whose name is like Eridiculus. I love you. Oh, don't die. Why is your name so stupid? Seriously though, that's like all fantasy games where they'll like be like Leonard or something. Like Leonardo. I'm just like, Leonardo, you are my
No.
brother and I love you. Also, your name is so stupid. All right. Anyways,
Earth initiative when you have a moment.
Yeah, Mirth, you have to be super effective with this battle, okay? So May doesn't have to get into it
Okay. I will.
while you're fighting.
All right. Why is May hurt? Oh, May's hurt.
No, she got an 8 with it.
Okay.
So like, if you all are like really good, then she doesn't have to.
I enough the 20. I
Well,
usually go
I
last.
got it
What is
bad.
happening?
Sorry, May.
What did you get?
I got a 6.
Oh no.
Darn
No.
it.
Maybe we get to
Earth
both
is slipping. We're standing on
May,
ice.
May, you made a solid middle of the pack with that 8.
Yeah, you really did.
yeah, Brom got a terrible roll.
We're all supposed to get high rolls, and then maybe May and Mirth could just sit back and watch you all and like gossip.
Astoria, you are first.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. But seeing this Halfling's eyes meet Hush's eyes, and that there's obviously something wrong, but she doesn't know what exactly. Just that there's something very wrong. She's going to go ahead and try to cast blindness on this.
All
I
right.
need a Constitution save.
Constitution save, absolutely. Where did my stats go? Ahem. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why.
Wrong layer.
Wrong layer.
I feel that.
An 11. Pay no attention to what that says. Who rolled it?
Oh. Well, that'll fail anyway.
Okay.
They are blinded. And as my bonus action, yeah, I'm just going to look over at Hush and say, "You look shaken up, but you can do this." I'll take a bardic inspiration. That's it. That's my turn.
So cute.
Fantastic. I need Mirth to give me a dexterity save as there is a cracking sound from above you.
Oh,
I'm so dexterous. Get ready. Please roll well. Ha! 21.
21, you dive out of the way just as before you hear this sound, this crack, as a giant icicle falls from the ceiling and crashes in your space. Go ahead and put yourself in any adjacent square for me.
Yeah. Cool.
As there is this shattering of ice everywhere.
Mirth screeches briefly, but he does manage to land a flawless backflip, which was really unnecessary. Like, deeply unnecessary. But he still screams,
So
but like,
good.
kind of ruins it with the,
Astoria, Brahm, and Hush. Dexterity saves as well as
Oh, okay.
icicles fall from above you.
All right, it is so slow.
I'll take that
22.
18.
18. Go ahead and put yourself in any adjacent square.
19. Brom's a fast boy.
Brahm, you dive out of the way with the clatter of 1,000 pots and pans in any adjacent square.
I linked the video
love
with
Brom
the,
so
very,
much.
very accurate sound clip of him clanking around. So beautiful.
Is that Hush? It's your turn.
I recognize.
You.
Hush is, I think, in complete disarray even after Astoria's words, and I think he would bonus action like disengage in any way, and I think action dodge,
Okay.
and in that just stay exactly where he is, but call out and just say, Olani, stop, okay, stop, and end his turn.
Having a moment to kind of look in Olani's direction, it is indeed Olani. You can see an earring hanging from one ear that matches one of the earrings in Hush's ear. With this moment of clarity, after she has stopped moving, after the crash of the icicle, you get a better look, and you can see that the entire side of her neck and shoulder appear to be partially torn away. There's no active bleeding, just dried, frozen blood, and this massive wound on the side of her neck and shoulder. Something took a very large bite out of Olani. She does not respond to the name in any kind of positive way. Her eyes are utterly black, and saliva drips from her fangs. As she looks to you, she flicks both of her wrists and creates a blade much like yours. And while you know that Olani can do the same blades as you, hers are not the same color. These are blood red.
I don't like it.
And she dives for you.
She's blinded though, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. So blind in D&D 5e is disadvantage, which is
And I'm
the
taking
biggest
the
nerf
project
in
as
the
well.
world. But it is very, very important for this that she have disadvantage.
Well, that's the thing. Like, do you even like? Does she even know like what direction he went in? Because all of us just went in different directions.
So this is the big downside of blind in 5e. You always have the general idea of where people are
Okay.
because everyone's making noise unless you are actively going stealth, which you can do as an action.
Yeah.
And I
Good
did
to know.
speak.
That was just. It was just a clarifying question. Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds
Can
good.
I cutting words her attack if it looks bad?
You can. We'll wait till she makes the attack as she dives forward with a psionic dagger in each hand. And I believe you get to make an attack with regular and a bonus action. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first attack, which is at disadvantage, is a 13, which misses you.
Dodge.
And then her second attack, also at disadvantage. One day I will remember what button it is. There we go. Is a natural 1 both times. So natural one for the worst possible attack. These blades seem to blur in the light. There is this after image of red behind them as she slashes out with each, just full of her mouth dripping, full of rage, hissing incoherently. May, it's your turn.
Okay, this doesn't look too good right now. So, May is going to. I can't see the map right now. I'm having a little trouble. Roll 20.
Oh, sorry. So just let me know which direction we're going. Right now, the only thing you know is there's a halfling vampire attacking Hush, who is about 35 feet away from you.
Okay. So I can go in front of Hush and I can try what is that thing called? Oh my gosh, I just had it up and I forgot it already. See, I need to figure out who messed my memory up like that. I'm gonna try to dissonant whispers.
Okay, perfect. So that is a wisdom saving throw that is needed. That's an 11, which fails.
Okay, I'm doing that third level. So I'm going. It's 5d6 damage,
All right, go ahead.
and it's 12.
12 damage. So Olani suddenly stiffens and turns to flee away from all of you for a moment. Both Hush and May, if you want to make an opportunity attack, you can.
Hush wouldn't at this moment.
I am not because I just have spells in my dagger, and I don't have anything that can help me do that. I don't
Okay,
think.
you can always swing with your dagger. That's fine.
Okay, I'll swing with my dagger then.
All right.
Actions. The dagger. Oh, now I get a good roll. 25.
25 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
4. All right. Bards. Anything else, May? That's your movement action. A reaction as she ran away. You have a bonus action left if you want it.
I will use my bonus action and does Hush already have a bardic inspiration?
Yes, Hush has a bardic inspiration right now.
Okay. Who else needs one? Mirth, you get one today.
Thank you.
Speaking of Mirth, it's your turn.
Okay. Mirth is going to scamper and climb on top of this thing, if that's all right. Do you want me to roll to climb up it, or?
So when you get up to it, I'll let you decide whether you want to climb or not. It does seem to be covered in a little bit of a sheen of ice. It won't be easy to climb up, but it is possible. So it's up to you if you'd like to attempt.
I'm a scamper. I'm going to be a gecko and climb up the side of this to get a good view.
Go ahead.
What do you want me to roll?
A acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Oh, you know I'm going acrobatics. I'm a circus performer. 22.
With ease.
Wasting all my good rolls. Every good roll is on dumb things tonight. Mirth vaults on top of it and lands with a dramatic skid, and he takes out his crossbow and tries to aim where he sees this being, and he's going to hold his action for if it comes to attack a party member, himself included. But did I do too much to try and perceive? Like, what can I see of this person up closer?
So I always actions in combat, I let everyone do that as bonus actions instead of full actions. So yes, as a bonus action, you can look closer. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, so I can tell you what to roll?
Family resemblance, actually. Like, is this a sibling, or is this like, what's up with this little halfling with a freaking snake mouth? Like,
without need to roll, there are some things you recognize. Now, Mirth, being a someone who enjoys jewelry, you do recognize that this individual has an earring in that is identical to one that Hush has. In their, so yeah, they have that just in one ear, and then family resemblance wise, they're
he would have dropped it at his feet, I think.
absolutely.
And it's on top of the pillar, so the radius would be like where he's standing would be where the new light is.
I'm just going to mark it on you, assuming that first chance you get, you pick it back up. So what I will do, unless told otherwise, I will assume that Mirth takes a moment to retrieve the torch or drop the torch. I'm not going to mechanically do anything with that. And then Brom, your sword is glowing. So the important thing is, yes, out of the corner of your eye, Mirth, you see what appears to be the side of a tower. And this reinforces how identical the architecture is to what you had seen before. This is definitely the same type of structure that you saw, and this appears to be the rounded exterior of a tower. And as you notice it and start looking at it, there is a mist that appears to form.
Oh no.
The mist seeps through the loosely set bricks and cracks that you can see in the tower's wall. And as you watch, just half eyeing what could be a danger of some kind, the mist starts to take shape.
Oh dear.
And as it coalesces, the form looks like a giant hyena. And as it finishes solidifying, it opens its mouth.
Oh.
And then it leaps for you.
Oh.
With two
That's
bounding
what I get for being
steps,
flashy.
it reaches up a claw to take a slash at you. One of its or not claw. It just straight up tries to bite you. Yep, works. Its massive mouth opens up, and as it does, you see that its jaw also disjoints.
No.
And the fangs within are unusually sharp.
Oh,
a
God.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That will be.
But I have. Wait, nope.
Nope. 19 to hit's good.
Nope. Yeah, it gets me. Shish kebab me.
Turn off the whispered rolls. 14 piercing damage. Plus 10 necrotic.
Oh, Ow. So that was 14.
14 plus 10, so 24 total.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And whatever your hit point maximum is, that 78 is now 68.
Ooh.
So what does this look like? I know that here's how the mechanics happen, but
Yep.
what are we?
So this hyena leaps forward. It is 4 times bigger than any hyena you've ever heard of. This is a massive, drooling dog. Its mouth opens and latches onto your leg, and as it does, you can feel the teeth sink in. And then there is this moment where something within you is pulled through the bite. You can't tell what it is, but it's almost as though it starts in your chest and works its way down to your leg where the bite is. The corners of this thing's mouth, as blood come from the corners, stop rolling down its maw and slide back in.
Oh, I think Mirth is weirdly quiet when this happens, in the way of someone that's concentrating on not dying is. Oh, God, can you imagine that head just showing up on the other side of the pillar if you don't see? Like,
Yeah.
that's some horror movie shit. Ugh. Okay, well.
It releases, and as it does, every drop of blood on its face, instead of being covered, just makes its way into its mouth.
This is disgusting. Ugh.
Brom, it's your
Ew.
turn.
Okay,
God.
so Brom saw the sister. We're pretty sure that she's some kind of vampire thing. He wants to do a knowledge religion to see if it looks like she's a spawn or a full vampire or what.
Go ahead and give me a religion check. It's a bonus.
Okie dokie.
And you do this at advantage.
Be smart, Brom. Don't suck. 18, yay!
18.
Yay! Get those
Taking
good
a
rolls.
look at these two, you can see the wound on the halfling's neck. You can see this giant hyena. You are quite confident that, yes, especially because she's not spoken yet, you strongly suspect that the halfling is spawn rather than full vampire.
Brom will turn to the others and says, "Don't hurt her. She's spawned. She's not a full vampire yet."
And the rest of your turn, everything but a bonus action. Go ahead.
Alright. Let me see how far I can move. Yeah. Unfortunately, well, no, she doesn't get to AOP me, but now I'm screwed. I'm gonna move here.
Yep.
And he's gonna attack Giant Hyena Chan.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll to hit.
He's gonna do that twice, and I'm going to have him, let me see, no bonus action, but I'm gonna have him use
So if you hit, you can use your Divine Smite, but because you've used bonus actions, you can't do any of your other smites.
Okay, I'm gonna do my Divine Smite right now.
Okay, you can choose after you hit in case you miss.
Okie doke. Alright, hopefully I don't screw up. Here we go. So he's going to... What? Sorry, my sheet's messed up right now for some reason, but here we go.
A 22 will hit, a 17 will not.
Damn.
Will a 17 plus 1 hit?
17 plus 1 will not hit.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Alright, Divine Smite used. He's going to do level 2.
Okay, so that is going to be 4d8 because this is definitely undead.
Screw you!
Help.
Extra
Yes.
11 damage.
11 plus 10 is 21 damage.
So he runs up and swipes twice. The first blow... I think the first blow hit?
The first blow is the one that hits.
Yeah. So he hits it with the first blow, and some incredibly radiant light shoots out directly at it. And then flips over his head and reverses, and I'm guessing like it moves out of the way, or maybe it's like kind of like it moves in such a way it doesn't get cut deeply enough to really hurt it with the second blow. And he's gonna stay here, unfortunately. So
There is a number of swears in Abyssal that come out of the hyena's maw.
Ew. No.
Definitely a sentient response
Oh,
Oh,
that
from
made it
the,
worse.
the hyena.
that's so scary. What the hell? This is horrible.
Uh-oh.
Wonderful.
Brom
That's
says, "Don't let her escape. Kill her."
And I just sent you more vampire information that you would know with the good roll. That's a movement. That's a bonus action. That is a regular attack. Astoria, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay, this was a lot to take in one round.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Just making sure that. Oh yeah. Okay, I do have to move up. Yeah, I'm gonna move up like around like here-ish. Then I am going to go ahead and cast Bane on both the hyena and Alani.
Absolutely,
Any charisma
those
saves.
charisma save. So here is the one from Olani. A 10 fails.
Okay.
And here is the one from the vampire. Double checking that. Nope. Charisma save. A 19 with a natural 20.
Ew.
Can I cutting words that?
Boo.
Can you cutting words a save? I think.
Can I? I don't know if I
I don't
can.
know if you
Hold on.
can. Let me double check. Cutting words. Oh,
Double
it would help-
boo.
It would help if I didn't put an E in words.
Let's see. You can see within 60 feet, it makes an attack roll ability check. Oh, it's a damage. So never mind. I can't do that. It's fine. It just makes it, which is sad. And
Olani is sad from from Bane.
it's fine. And since I already have one Bardic Inspiration active, I can't do a second one. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Sounds good. There. You can catch whoever feels the most perceptive right now. You can catch a sound from above.
Oh,
And as you look up in the floating lights up above, there's this glance of just movement up there. And I need Hush, May, Astoria, and Mirth to all give me dexterity saves. As again, there's this crack of ice as 4 more stalactites are cut from the ceiling.
Oh no.
Oh, that was
am
bad.
I grappled or?
Nope, you're not grappled. It let go. It just bit into your leg and pulled its mouth back.
What?
Okay. It's probably not gonna make it.
I got an
11
11.
Awful.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hush, that's 7 damage. Astoria, that's 7 damage as an icicle falls on you.
Wouldn't it be halved for Hush because evasion?
Yes, it would. So
Oh,
3
yeah.
damage to Hush because of evasion. May, what
I
was
got
your...
11.
You didn't hear. I don't want to. Can I change it?
What did you roll?
I got a nat 1, so 5.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that is 7 damage for you. Nothing extra for that. Or a nat 1. And then
No.
Mirth, also 7 damage.
Okay.
So yeah, all of you get hit by icicles that drop from the ceiling. And the hyena suddenly just stops and goes... And you hear just at the edge, up high above, a giggle back from a number of different places.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
oh, there's
That's
multiple
Hush.
up there. Great.
It's your turn.
Oh, great.
From a number of different. I did not like that.
I was like,
Nobody
oh,
liked
maybe I could take one.
Oh.
But there's multiple up there. Uh-oh.
Hush gonna do? What's Hush gonna do? I think Hush will Did who said did Brom say that this is that the hyena was the head honcho essentially?
You got that
Probably.
impression, yes. Yeah.
Good impression. I
You
think
don't-
that would
you don't-
knock.
Yeah, you don't know for sure, but focus on the real vampires. And the other thing appears to be the big hyena appears to be a real vampire.
I think Hush will sort of get into action then and go from there, and is just flinging psychic plays. If he needs to get into position to do it, to get a view.
Yep. So
don't know if
right
it'll-
now, the hyena is going to have half cover from this pillar that's fallen. So if you want to negate that, you will have to move around up closer to Alani.
Oh, man. Am I able to jump over the pillar, or is it too high?
For an acrobatics or athletics check, you can.
I'm going to try and do that.
So one thing to keep in mind, your movement speed's only 25, correct?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm a little boy.
You are the-
I'm a
So
little
your
boy.
most likely place, if you come up to here, oh, didn't ping.
Yeah.
If you come up to here, then that would be
I think, yeah, Hush will sort of rub his nose and wipe the snot that's probably started to fall in throat and start to freeze. Puts his mask up and runs up here to get a good look at the giant hyena vampire thing and throw his blades out.
all right. Sounds good.
So you said a 15.
15 will
Won't
miss.
But he's annoyed, so he's gonna try and bend this to his will with a homing strike. As a 1! Oh!
Oh, you have a D8. You have a D8 from Bardic Inspiration.
I have a D8 from Bardic Inspiration. Let's try that. Okay, I think I've made a macro for that as well. And a 3? That 19 to hit?
The blade goes flying through the air, and it looks like it's going to hit the pillar itself, just the edge of the pillar. But you nudge it with your psychic powers. It goes around the curve, the corner, but now it's going to go too wide. And then you remember the words given to you, and it is exactly enough to bend the blade back in and connect with the hyena.
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration mattered.
Bardic
It comes in
Inspiration!
clutch. It really does help.
Completely forgot about that. Cool. So wait, because it hits now, I've used a psychic dice, right?
Yes, you use the psychic dice because
okay.
the homing strike hit.
Okay, cool. All right. This is within 5 feet of an ally, so I get sneak.
Yes.
I get
Yep.
sneak boy damage. Sneak boy.
By the
need
definitions of
more
sneak
damage.
attack, yes, you just have to be within 5 feet of an enemy. Oh my gosh. So that is 11 psychic damage and then 22 also psychic damage.
Damn.
So that is
Um,
a total of 33 psychic damage.
Yes.
Yay.
Let's try it again. Stabby, stabby. Ain't Davy happy. 15. Can I do it again? I don't know if I can do 2 homing strikes in a go. Let me check that.
Realistically, it's not good damage management because the amount of damage you do on your bonus attack is only going to be a d4.
Yeah, but
But it's
I
up
think
to you.
Hush.
I'm not going to take that it is an option.
It's Hush's mentality right now. This is the thing that's made my sister not
Okay.
my sister anymore. So it's just trying to throw as much things as possible. So if it misses, it misses. But that's his mentality at the moment. Doesn't
Okay.
say if I can do it on every attack. If you make an attack roll with your psychic blade and miss the target, I think I can roll again.
You can do it again.
Try.
It is not limited to once a turn.
Okay, let's try it again.
This one also connects, and the base damage is a d6, so it's going to be a d6 damage.
This one I think this will be a D4, right?
So your base
bonus.
damage on it is a d6. If
Oh,
you take
but
attack
the-
action, you can manifest.
But if if I use my bonus action to throw a blade, it's a D4 blade, if I remember correctly. I need to reread the rules on that, but
That's fine. Go ahead and do a d6 anyway, because I think it does the weapon damage, and Psychic Blade is a d6 plus your dexterity mod, so
okay.
base damage of a Psychic Blade is a d6.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. That's another 9. Another 9 points of damage.
But you don't get the modifier, so it's only 4.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you're right.
But it is still psychic, so that is a good thing. It connects. That is movement action and bonus action.
That's
And
my turn.
Olani sees you come this direction, and with 2 red blades in hand, me take a quick look at something. Yeah, she is going to use a bonus action, look in your direction without moving, and you can see the light, the glimmer of light in the back of her eye come to the front and focus, and you can feel her focusing this attack as she takes steady aim and throws a dagger at you. So this dagger goes flying. I have to hit the right button. Psychic Blade, ranged attack, roll. That is with advantage. She might fish for a crit. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is just 6 psychic damage. And as this blade pierces into you, there is a mote of light, of energy that connects the blade to her. And some of her wounds close.
That's not good.
And
I mean, it's
then
technically good.
Technically.
Take
we're
it. Fine.
going
Fine.
back.
to
That means you get better, Alani.
Maybe.
Cool. Take the energy.
It also could mean worse.
Yeah, and then she manifests a second one and throws it at you also. Nope, bonus act. No, she can't. She can't. She only gets the one. She's all done.
Yes.
May, it is your turn.
Mayman.
Okay, so I was able to see that Olani has some kind of consciousness, right?
She has not spoken. You've been told that she's a spawn and not a full vampire. She is actively attacking Hush right now.
Okay. I have no idea if this is going to. Could she try to send a message to convince her to just back off?
You can try and send a message if you'd like. Go ahead.
Yeah, and to try message and just tell her to back off of us, persuade her.
You've used message a couple times in a couple different ways throughout your life. This feels more like sending message toward a rabid animal than a person.
Okay.
So I will let you have that knowledge as you attempt to do that, because that is something May's tried a few times.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with you still taking your turn despite that.
Okay. So I'm not able to do that. I see that she's just struck our companion. I don't even know him that well yet, unfortunately. I can't see the map. Is she like directly where she could hit him?
Yep, she is about 5, 10, 15. She's 20 feet away from him.
Okay, so can I get between them again?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, you can.
Okay, I want to get between them again. And I am just going to do that to get in their way.
Okay.
And that's
You
it.
do. Okay. And Mirth, I'm sorry I denied you your action earlier. Olani did attack your friend. You did have a held action to shoot at something attacking a friend. Did you want to take that shot?
On Olani? No, because Brom said not to, and so
Okay.
did Hush. So
No worries. I just didn't want to completely forget about that before I went
Yeah, no,
around to
thank you.
your turn, Mirth.
yeah. Oh, great. Mirth looks not great, and his ear fins are pinned back because this thing is fucking terrifying. And it's like lurching around like 3 inches away from him, like eye height, presumably on top of this pillar. And this is going to fuel his nightmares if he makes it out of this scenario at all. So he, this is going to be the first time he's done this, I think, in this campaign, but it's as good a time as any. Mirth stiffens up, kind of like a fainting goat that's being shocked, and goes, oop! And then disappears and reappears with Dimension Door all the way over here.
Okay.
He just sucks into nothingness, like he was there and then just shoop like a little black hole, and then just whoop, just remanifests over there, and he looks just as surprised to find himself at the corner of the room than not. Like, oh.
Oh, very nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I think, what else am I gonna do? I guess send a bardic inspiration to Astoria. Do you have one right now?
No, I don't.
Mirth's inspirational words to you is going to be, I'm fine! From the back!
Don't you
Don't
worry about me.
Don't tell me.
And then I'll end my turn, I guess. The nightmare scenario.
The hyena eyes get big for just a moment as it sees Mirth disappear. And then it will just turn to Brahm and try and take a chunk out of Brahm instead. Not what we would call a picky eater.
Okay.
It's like eating tuna right out of the can without opening it.
A
Oh,
24 to hit.
I'll-
There
nice.
is a crunch as you can feel your sword arm get caught in the jaws of this massive hyena, and things have hit your sword arm while you're attacking before, but you feel the pressure immediately, and you can feel even the rivets of your armor almost give as these teeth start to sink in. 11 piercing damage as they find a few creases in your armor, and 10 necrotic. Again, as the little bit of blood starts to flow, instead of coming completely out of the mouth, it's pulled back in. You can feel for the first time something deep within you is pulled toward the wound itself. Reduce your hit point total by 10.
All right.
Jeez.
Oh.
And so everyone knows this is after you take damage. It's not 10 extra damage. So after you take damage. So
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a total of 21 damage, but you do go down from 96 to 86 total.
Okay.
And then it releases and and it's your turn.
I'm gonna put that here so I don't accidentally delete his actual hit point total.
Yep, sounds good.
80. What? I see. Okay. So the green was his armor class, actually. I'm like, what happened to his armor class? No. Sorry, I'm looking at his stuff.
There is echoes of chitters high above.
Mm-hmm.
No echoes of chitters.
That was so funny for some reason.
None.
For a moment, you can't quite tell if it's the echo of the hyena's cackle itself or something else.
Brahm is going to take a moment to give me PTSD from Dragon's Dogma as he spreads the, the information. I'm sorry, it's so annoying. As he spreads the information that he has gathered now that he knows this is an actual vampire. He's going to let the group know that, one, it's enraged by Celestial, so if they need to distract it, someone can speak Celestial, and if 2 people speak Celestial, it won't be able to move. But I think only Astoria can speak Celestial.
Yeah. Oh, I can't double myself. I was like, if I can have like duplicity or something, that can work. No.
May, Astoria, or Mirth, if you're wearing perfume, the vampire has disadvantage on melee attack rolls made against you.
Good to know. I
Amazing.
do have perfume. It's in my inventory.
You can always re-up if
Amazing.
you can reapply. There's been a fight
Yeah.
and fire, so
Yeah, you do.
I
really need
mean,
to.
I think it is well established that Mirth is vain, but I don't know if he'd be vain enough to have perfume on him in the middle of the frozen wilderness.
Look, fellas,
Amazing, though.
you can spray everyone with perfume.
I think maybe I have it. I just didn't write it down, so I didn't think that was ever necessary.
Essentially, to down these guys, we need to do a stake in the heart once they're downed or incapacitated in some way. And then if anyone has access to creating sunlight, the vampire takes 20 radiant damage.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Can't do sunlight.
So,
All right, Brom. You pass that along in the middle of the fight, and it's your turn.
That's amazing.
Brom is going to attack. Brom's gonna move 5 feet here and then attack twice.
Okay. 16 will miss, but a 22 will hit.
All right. And he's going to use both branding smite and normal smite. Why do I have 3 smites on my sheet now? Divine smite.
All right. Branding smite causes it to glow. I'm gonna have to look these up again, which means it's going to start emitting light.
Correct.
Yep. And then that is 5 damage from that, 8 from the attack itself, and then what level smite are you going to pop?
2. I have more
Level
of those.
2, so that's another 4d8. So roll a 4d8 on top of your current 14 damage.
Oh,
So that is a total of 30 damage.
nice.
As this thing takes a massive blow, the burning light and holy energy courses through it, and it starts to cackle, but then becomes more of a howl. It's like and seems unhappy. That also causes Olani to look over in your direction. Astoria, it's your turn.
Great. Okay. As my bonus action, I'm gonna send a 2nd level healing word over to Mirth because he looks really damaged. It's really bad over there. It's like, I know that, like, he said, I'm okay. It's like, no, you're not.
Just got shook around like a dog toy with the squeaky noises.
Take 12.
Thank you.
However much of that you can take. I'm not sure if you can even take all of it. That's my bonus action, and then as my action, it's time, fam. She's gonna look at this ring that she just got. She's like, I'm not entirely sure how this works. If I was just gonna like kind of point it in the hyena's general direction and spend a charge because it's within 60 feet of me. I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack. See, does it work?
26 will definitely hit.
Yo.
Wow.
Yo, for 2d10 force damage, and it's pushed 5 feet away from me. Like,
Yep.
I guess from the trajectory, so it kind of goes back.
So if it's pushed, does Brom get to AOP it?
12.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, dumb.
Did you just fire a goat at it?
Yes.
A ram?
A force
Hey.
goat.
A oh, that's 12 damage. A semi-translucent ram's head appears above it and slams into this giant hyena, sliding it back across the ice. It's unhappy with that. Anything else? You want to move?
No, I think I'm far away, like, enough from, like, everybody that it's not, like, a splash radius thing for, our stalactite friends. So, yeah, I'll stay here.
All right. Sounds good. I'm going to check something real quick because I'm curious about something. It is there is giggling above you. Ignore that ping. It means nothing. And yes, everyone is now close enough to one of them. All of you give me dexterity saving throws as
God
more icicles are cut from the ceiling and drop 60 feet towards you.
Am I safe because I'm in the corner?
Nope. One of them was close enough to go over to where you're
Great.
at.
Grand.
Oh no.
One of them hunted me down.
It just went over.
Jeez.
14.
14 saves, so no damage for May, no damage for Hush.
Wait, I have a bardic inspiration. I'm gonna use it.
Sounds like a plan.
What was it?
Do
a
it.
D8, right?
A D8.
No.
2, that gives you a total of 13.
Yeah.
You save. Brom, I need a dexterity save from you, and then May, what is your dex save? Or what's May's dex save?
I said 14.
14, you pass.
Even
Brom's
with.
the only one left.
Oh, did you get mine? Am I out of the scot-free? Because Mirth got an 11, even with Astoria's.
An 11 even with the story.
inspiration.
Okay, so no, you fail. Brom rolled a
Buddy.
24 dex save.
Little buddy.
So
Whoa.
Seven damage as an icicle lands on poor Mirth.
Oh.
You feel like
fine.
you hear very clearly a very dedicated little something 60 feet above go.
Mirth goes, "Oh, you!" and like flips off the ceiling while like holding a bent horn. Like, ugh. Who the? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna use my null ray on you when my turn is happening. That's what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna shoot the ceiling. That's gonna go well for everyone. Unlike in Mulan, the hit '90s children's movie. It'll be great.
Well, I
This
had
won't
that.
cause a crash. Ah, God.
All right. Because I am terrible at reading things, we are going to have that hyena's cackle one more time hit a very discordant note. Every one of you within 120 feet, just as it hit that blow where it was slid back, it starts. All of you also need to make a wisdom save.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
We're all very
fantastic.
wisdomous. We're
Yeah,
all
very
good
great.
at this.
Brom
Excellent.
passes, Hush fails, Story
Very
fails.
9.
A wisdom save.
No.
I got 6.
6 fails.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15.
Nice.
And I have a +0 to wisdom. Or as one would just say, a 0 to wisdom. Perhaps.
No, an optimist says a +0.
Thanks.
The glass is half
Am I
full.
optimistic about that meaning I don't get harmed?
15
Yeah.
is the save.
Sweet. That's great.
So those
For
of
me,
you who
but not for everybody else. No.
failed, you are now frightened of the hyena vampire.
Oh wait, I get advantage on frightened. I get advantage
Alright.
on being frightened.
Go ahead and
I'm gonna
roll
try
again.
Wait, I did 2 rolls technically.
That's right,
in
it
that,
did roll
it's
twice,
eight.
so you got an 8 and
Okay,
a 4.
so 4. Okay, fine.
So
That's
you
a-
are all
that's-
frightened. Mechanically, it is disadvantage on rolls, and you can't move closer to it willingly.
That's annoying because that messes up exactly what I was going to do. But
All right,
fine.
Hush, it's your turn. You are frightened of a null vampire.
Wait. So I can't. I wanted to get like. That's technically further away, isn't it?
You are currently 36 and a half feet from it.
So if I move over here, I'm further away. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna try and wait. Can I move 25 feet? Yeah. I'm gonna run over here, and yeah, while I've got direct.
You will
Sort of
have
a
to. You'll have to be back a little bit because that's
Oh,
close.
back. Okay, cool.
I'm on the wrong layer.
Wrong layer.
I've got so much stuff hidden in the DM layer.
Oh no.
Right. Darn, that's terrible.
Some of it out of the way. There, get that out of the way. That's
And yeah.
that is because of angles. That's where you can be.
Okay, cool.
36 and a half feet away from it.
36.5 feet is still close enough for me to throw a blade at your face.
You are at disadvantage because you're scared of it.
That's true. So an 11 will not hit.
11 will not hit.
Is it worth doing a psychic die? Plus 8. It's possible. It's possible.
Possible. If you roll an 8, you will hit it.
Oh, so I just have to roll an 8. That's fine. That's
One 8
absolutely
hit.
fine. Yeah.
And he does.
Hush, baby!
Yes.
19 on the nose.
19 on the nose. So I roll. This thing's still within 5 feet of Brom.
It is within 5 feet of Brom.
Sneaky boy damage. Oh, that's not as good, but I'll take it.
23.
Take it. I'll take it.
It is not looking very happy.
I think I will use my bonus action to. Can I hide? There's no way to hide in here, is there?
There are enough small ice stalagmites on the ground that I would allow you to make a hide if you would like.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hide.
Sounds good.
Action.
All right. Go ahead and roll that so that I have it. All right. The Olani vampire is going to turn to Brom, who is between the two, and start going nuts with psychic blades that she has. She gets advantage because currently flanking. It is 26 to hit.
That hits.
6 psychic damage and then 16 sneak attack damage as you are within 5 feet of one of her allies. That's a total of 22 damage.
Oof.
And then her bonus action is she is going to do so again with her other blade, just the little one, which is a 25 to hit for only just 1 damage.
Woohoo!
So a total of 23 damage.
Brom's looking kind of fucked up now.
And you can see more of her wounds close.
Great.
What's 23? Plus- There we go. May, it's your turn.
So you said there's a lot of stalactite pieces and icicles on the ground.
There is, yes.
Can I use animate objects? And
Uh,
hanging out with them.
You can animate a number of icicles and stalagmites if you'd like, yes.
Okay.
That
I
sounds like a
believe-
good flavor for that spell.
I believe I can animate up to. I just had it up and it went away. Are these, what size are they considered?
They are all going to be small.
So I can, looking at the damage chart. Blah, blah, blah. Small.
10 non-magical objects. So yep, you have 10 small dancing stalagmites.
Yes, I would like to aim them at that stupid laughing hyena, werewolf, vampire, whatever he is.
Perfect. Let me check their movement because they do have movement here somewhere. They can fly 30 feet.
Okay. And it doesn't tell me how far they go. Oh, you mean my objects can fly 30 feet?
Yes, your objects can fly 30 feet.
Okay. So, and how far away is the thing?
Within 120 feet. So yeah, you can surround it with 10 icicles.
Okay. Yes.
That So a bonus action, you can mentally command any creature you made with the spell, etc., etc. Yeah, you just get 10 attacks.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a 6 for 10 times.
Nice.
That is bonkers.
I'll just roll 60, 20, and see what I get.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Each one is +6. That is
I got a
not
7.
what I was expecting.
I should have rolled it like this.
Sounds like a very broken spell, and I like it.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll one at a time. I lost all of my dice that I rolled.
That's fine.
Okay, so the first one is a nat 20 plus 6.
Wow.
Perfect.
The second one is an 8 plus 6, so that's 14.
Nope. Go ahead and just give me the number, and I'll let you know if they hit or miss.
Okay. 18.
18 hits.
Another 20.
That's another crit.
Let's see.
2 crits, 1 normal hit.
17.
17 will hit.
And how many more do I have left?
You've only done 4. So you got 6 more.
8.
Jesus.
8 misses. Oh no, you had another miss in there, so that is 4 left.
Okay. 11.
11 misses. 3 left.
6.
6 misses. 2 left.
5.
5 misses. 1 left.
Oh, another 20.
3 crits.
There we go.
So that is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8d8. 8d8 plus 10.
Jesus.
I need to make a note of this spell. Hey, chat.
Animate objects is a good spell.
Animate objects.
D8
Wow.
is
Whoa, wow.
36, so 6 damage.
36,
Plus 10, so that's 46.
46 damage. These icicles
yeah.
just start pelting this hyena, just shredding it. And as it starts passing through, after about the time the first or the second one crits, they just start passing through, and the form of this knoll starts to lose its cohesion. And as the remaining ones go through, you can see these puffs of mist that look like what it looked like as it passed through the wall. And by the time the last one is finished, it has lost its form and is nothing but a mist hanging in the air.
So when you see May do this, you see this really dark look on her face. Until it all passes by and it's back to her normal expression.
Remind me not to get on May's bad side.
The cackling fades, but there's an echoing cackle. Mirth, your turn.
Mirth jaw drops at the amazingness that is May, but he expects nothing less. May always pulls through when it counts. I have a question. I didn't notice people rolling to save against fear condition anymore. Was that just a one-turn thing, DM?
Let me double check.
I guess it's not really relevant as much right now, is it?
Yeah, you can. Sorry, you can save at the end of your turns. So the only one who was afraid of it was Hush.
Okay, cool. I had like
I
one
also
weirdly
was.
niche
And then
ability.
yeah, Hush and Astoria, but
Yeah.
we haven't got to Astoria's turn yet.
Yep.
Okay. Bards have this one like ability that I could see no use for except for this one time, and I was like, God, could it be? But it's done now. Okay, so what Mirth is gonna do instead is he's going to he's gonna look where the voice is coming from, the giggler in the rafts, the giggler in the sky. And I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna perceive him. Mirth throws up a confetti of dancing lights and sends them spiraling up into the dark, and is going to send them like tiny wasps streaming all the way up through all of the stalactites, trying to find whatever the hell is up there doing this nonsense.
What is the radius of dancing lights? Oh wait, dancing lights. Sorry, with dancing lights, I was thinking fairy fire. With dancing lights,
Fairy fire would
yeah,
be
you can
amazing.
send those up. You move them, I think, 30 feet. They have 10 feet of light. You send them straight above you first, and clinging to the ceiling, next to the broken stub of a stalactite, you see a tiny ice mephit, and its eyes lock onto yours, and it goes, and then it flies.
You.
It flies into the maze, the forest of stalactites that are 60 feet above you.
Mirth makes a horribly rageful noise, and they're probably cooler Dragonborn that are able to roar and do cool sounding things. Mirth just has a gurgly hiss whenever he gets really pissed off, and he makes this sort of squeaky hiss of rage. And he starts kind of trotting along, and he's like, "It's in the ceiling, I can see it up there," and he has kind of a slightly crazed look in his eye as he comes trotting around closer. And I assume it's just hidden at this point amongst all of its. Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, and we'll see if you can keep eyes on it or not.
Sure. Either way, I can't actually shoot up there, or I'm going to take the ceiling down on our heads, though. So, and I'm not that dumb. A perception that's that's an 18.
An 18? Yeah, you keep your eyes on this one, and as you start jogging toward Astoria,
No.
you actually you see the one above her as well.
Oh God. Mirth runs over Astoria and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, psychotic undernote to his voice, "There are ice mephits in the ceiling." And he's gonna. Oh God. No. How high is the ceiling? Just checking.
60 feet.
Yeah, he's gonna try and shoot it with his crossbow, not with the null ray.
Okay, go ahead and shoot with a crossbow.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Hopefully that's not gonna do any kind of issue.
It's
Well, I'll just say that don't
flashing
hit.
off.
Did you roll a
Luckily-
natural 1?
I did not roll a natural 1, but if it's all right, I will say Mirth whips out his crossbow with such enthusiasm that he just fires it wildly, and it goes way off kilter, and then he cusses in the same way. It's like when a bee stings you and then flies away, and you're like, "I'm gonna kill you," but the bee is way faster and smaller than you, and there's no point being undignified in your pursuit. That's what's happening right now. Mirth got mauled by a were-hyena, or a vampire hyena, and just having a bad day. I'll end my turn. Thank you for tolerating my bullshit, guys.
The cloud of mist that was formerly the hyena starts to drift toward this tower
Wait.
and passes through the cracks.
Mm.
I don't like that it did that.
Brahm, it's your turn.
Does Brom know about how to destroy a vampire by any chance?
You know that this is probably going back to wherever it resides.
Yep. And then it will reform its body in resting place or whatever. Wherever
That is
that
what you would expect, yes.
All right. So he's going to tell them they're going to have to go find her body and stake it and do a bunch of other stuff to rescue the sister. But what he's going to do for right now, since they don't really have a choice, is so his sister's looking pretty good, right?
Almost full health.
But also,
But also still black-eyed, dripping jaws, and enraged at the moment.
Can you do non-lethal on undead? I'm just asking him from a rules standpoint.
You know, to finish killing this, you would still have to stake its heart. So
Okay. So I can beat the shitty shit out of her. Okay.
yes,
Brom's gonna turn his head to look at Hush, and says, "I'm so sorry." And he's gonna attack twice
Yep.
and use. Let me check and make sure. I think I have more level 2 spells. No, stop it. Let me double check. Yep, I sure do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay, sorry. And then I closed my thing, and it takes so long to come back. Okay. All right, sorry, bud. I'm going to use both my smite attacks since I can,
Okay.
wherever it is on my sheet.
That is. Oh, there they are. Sorry. So that is a 20 and 24, both of which hit.
All right.
So 10 and 8 is 18.
Mm-hmm.
Smite attack at level 2 is 2, 3, 4 d8s.
All right.
18 plus 4 d8.
And then he's going to do the other smite as well, which is, I think it's like 2d6 or something.
Oh, one of your other bonus action smites?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe that one's 2d6. I know it's less than this one.
22.
Boo! 2 damage.
And then 2 damage.
Boo.
In just that series of blows, Olani is looking battered. Wounds burst across her body as your massive sword slashes across this halfling vampire. It's actually kind of gruesome, with the size of your blade absolutely shredding
Oh.
through the shape of Hush's sister. Astoria, it's your turn.
Okay, so I was a little confused by the whole vampire thing. Is there a way to stop it from reforming inside this tower, or?
No. So we're gonna have to find where its resting place is and then stake it once it reforms. Its body is probably in the tower somewhere. We're gonna have to go in there.
Okay.
The way my
Like,
vampires work, and Brahm would know this and relay it with that religion check. That mist is going to go back to wherever it sleeps.
And
when
it's
that mist
sleeping
gets
inside.
there,
It just went
it will-
inside what's in front of
It
us,
went
right?
through a wall. It went through a wall. It
Oh,
passed
okay.
through the cracks in
I
the wall.
completely misunderstood
Sorry.
that. Okay. No,
Nope,
it's
yeah,
fine.
It passed through cracks in a wall.
Okay. Because I was just like, oh, okay, why aren't we just doing something right now? Okay, okay, everything is coming together now. Okay. So, what I want to do, Brom just took a lot of damage, so I think I'm going to spend a bonus action I'm going to have to start cutting into my 3rd level spells. I'm going to do a 3rd level healing word. For 15 health back. Then as my action, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and bamf out the wings.
Yeah.
She can fly. She can fly. She can fly.
So for the purposes of Hush seeing this for the first time, just being focused on your sister, probably you don't seem to like. There's this big flash of light in the background of that. Looking over, Astoria has now this pair of just angelic wings, just white feathers.
That is so cool.
Very shiny. Yeah.
That's what he would say if he wasn't watching his big session too.
Yeah.
By,
Yeah.
big man with the big paladin sword. Wow.
There goes our friendship in 3 slashes.
And then I still have my movement, so I am actually, well, I can just fly over this thing now. I don't even have to worry about that. It's how much movement? I want to say it's 30. Yes. Okay. Yes, I will just get to just on the other side of here.
Yep,
Ta-da.
sounds good. And then how high off the ground are you?
I'll be at like around the height of like the top of the thing I just like flew over.
Okay, so I can do there, 5 feet up.
Okay.
Multiples of 5. That. Anything else, Astoria? You all good?
That's it.
The ice mephits that you can see up there, Mirth. This one starts coming towards you
Oh, goody. Put him up.
and stops above you, and with one of your dancing lights spinning around it, you can see as the two of them find an intact icicle, and they go,
No.
and then
I hate
both
you
of them
so
slap each side of the icicle, and it drops. I need a dexterity save from you.
I hate you so much. I'm going to kill you. 17.
17 succeeds.
Mirth angrily sidesteps and is just like shaking his fist at the ceiling.
And then Brahm and May, there are also icicles that break above you. Hush,
Okey-doke.
there's none above you, and Astoria, there's none above you. So Brahm and May, a dexterity save. 16 passes. This is the most dexterous Brahm has ever been in his entire
It
life.
really has.
Brahm's
Yeah.
doing real good.
It's
You
like
guys-
playing DDR. It's just gotta
the-
step out of the way.
The,
Plate armor.
the
Terrible.
crash of pots and pans as
He's into
Brahm
rhythm
is
games.
diving left and right.
Uh,
And then what did May get?
It's a rhythm
23.
games.
23. May deftly sidesteps the icicle as it drops without any problems at all.
that's our Queen May.
Hush.
I think Hush is gonna do something crazy, and like seeing Brom attacking is gonna be like, no, 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 stop, and is gonna run over and just try and grapple his sister.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how grapple works. Actually, I've got a -1 strength. This is
ins-
gonna be
Instead of your attack, you make a. Let me double check because I got this wrong so many times in one of
'cause
my
grappling
campaigns
rolls are hard.
that I have completely instilled in my mind the wrong rules for grapple. They are solidly wrong. You use your attack action to make a special melee attack. If you get multiples, that doesn't matter. Same size. Use a strength athletics check
athletics.
against either athletics or acrobatics. So she is going to acrobatics away as you athletics, but go ahead and athletics.
This is gonna be hilarious because if she has similar stats to mine, this is never gonna work. This is never gonna work. Let's try it. I rolled a 7.
As you try and reach for her with a 32,
Oh.
she ducks but doesn't even appear to have ducked. Oh, and I have been applying Bane, by the way, Heck, and it hasn't.
I know
mattered yet.
it's never been relevant. I've been watching it too, and
it
I'm
hasn't
like
mattered yet.
22,
So
26,
a 29
29.
is
It's like,
with
well, it's fine.
ducks out of the way without any problem at all.
Yeah.
You have a bonus action left. Anything else?
I don't think I would use it for anything apart from bonus action to oh wait, I can't dodge. Disengage with my sister. So
Okay, you have movement left. Do you want to move away from her?
I've got a little bit. I think I can move about there.
Okay, sounds
But
good.
yeah,
It is her turn. She is enraged by taking an absolute beating from Brahm. So she is going to return the favor the very best that she can with her blades. Let me... Real quick. Okay, perfect. So she slashes at you with one of her red psychic blades. Doesn't get advantage this time. It is only an 11, which doesn't do anything to you. Her second is a 16, and she very quickly is in a rage, just starts snapping at you and is getting absolutely nowhere. May, you're up.
Those little ice buckets need to like go away.
Yes, get him,
Take
get
him
him.
out.
How far are they away from me?
They are 60 feet up, and you have 10 small icicles
Yes.
that can move 30 feet at a.
Stop them.
But I'm 60 feet up.
They are 60 feet above you. Yep.
So can I move the icicles to hit them?
You can move the icicles 30 feet, so they're halfway there. Halfway to the ceiling. That's a bonus action for you to do that.
Okay, I want to move the icicles.
Or no, it's a bonus action to tell them to attack the mephits, and then they go that way.
Okay, that's what
I have to think of them like trained dogs.
what I'm doing.
Sick.
I'm done.
Sick 'em.
And the icicles just.
The icicles start flying upwards.
They bark first, and then they.
Oh my god.
You still have your action and movement.
So with my action, can I have them attack?
No, they're still 30 feet away, so that's as far as they go. They don't run. They're kind of. The spell is weird.
Okay, it's a
Oh
concentration.
no, yeah, you can make them run.
Okay.
So they'd be there, but they can't attack.
Okay, so they're like ready to attack.
Yeah.
They're there for next turn.
Okay, and that's what I'm going to do because I don't think I can hit anything else while I'm doing that. Wait. No, because the mist is gone.
The mist went through the tower wall, yes.
So it's just the ice methods and
Olani.
I don't want to hurt Alani. So
Okay.
yeah, that's all I'm going to do for now.
Okay, Mirth, go ahead. There are two ice mephits 60 feet above you, cackling at each other, laughing and pointing.
Yeah. But Mirth sees the ice javelins coming towards them, and a grinchy little smile curls up his lips, his lizard lips, and he oh, you know what? There's one quick reaction I wanted to give that he does every single time this happens. Storia, when you transform, he swoons with delight because Mirth is the gay that lost his shit every time Sailor Moon came on. The equivalent of that. So whenever Astoria does it, he's just like screams. So just let that be known that
Very
was
good.
a moment that happened in the background of your gorgeous moment. But feeling like the mephits are well in hand, given that May just kills things when she wants to. So trusting we're fine now. Vengeance. He is going to limp his way closer to the action. And peek around the corner of this thing, still with the trauma of being bitten by a freaking giant thing. And he peeks around to see what he can see. So the vampire halfling is slashed up and also being grappled. Is that what's happening right now? Would that be what Mercy
No,
is?
so you would have seen Hush try to grapple her, but it was not going to happen.
Yeah. Slippery, floating vampire, sure. Okay. Mirth ducks out from behind the pillar and says, where did the big hyena go? Because I don't think he saw. Did he? I don't know. Did anybody see where it went? Did it just dissolve?
Yeah, it's like, can we ping on the map again, like what direction that was? Because I'm like,
So it would have gone to this wall, the wall that it came out of, and went back through the cracks of the wall.
I think Hush would have been able to point it out because he's, yeah.
Yep. So Hush and Brahm would be able to point out that it went through that wall.
Okay.
Hush is
So
in
just
full
like a...
force. Hush is not in a good place. He is just bawling right now. Just
I mean, legit.
Oh, baby. Let's see. How far can I get? Let's see. Yeah. Seeing that you're crying, Mirth switches into parental mode or friend mode, more like, and he skirts around as best he can. I don't know if going over here he's gonna get an attack of opportunity from the sibling or not. I think I'm able to avoid it, DM, unless you say otherwise, because if he was standing here, I could see. Okay.
You have plenty of
Mirth
space.
basically kind of does the grapevine over, and he sees that you're crying, and he holds out one arm to you and is like trying to be comforting. Like, it's impossible to be comforting in this horrific situation, but sometimes physical proximity and a sympathetic ear can mean a lot. So he's kind of like, I think he makes like clucking noises like a mother hen, like, oh, it's going to be okay. In the background, like, you know, the sibling just in horrible mode. He's like, it's going to be okay. And he just sort of hefts out his crossbow in one hand. It's fine. And he's going to hold action in case she attacks any of her allies again.
Okay.
To shoot her, but he's like looking at you, Hush. He's like, it's gonna be okay. Like, we're gonna work this out. Everybody stay calm as he's taking his crossbow out.
She's
Anyway.
not usually like this. She isn't.
Oh, believe you. I'm sure. She sounds lovely, probably.
Oh.
And actually, he'll ask what her name is. That is one small use. He'll say, what's her name?
Her name's Olani. Olani.
Okay, well, focus on Olani. You've got to be there for her. We're going to work this all out somehow. Brahm knows how to do spiritual things. Even though it doesn't
Okay.
look like it right now. He's astute at this. Brahm covered in vampire blood. It's going to
Brom is
be
covered
okay.
in blood, slashing
Well-
at his sister in the background as Mirth is saying, Brom will take care of it. He knows these gentle spiritual. He knows the rituals to
will
calm the
make-
undead.
You can tell me, Squiggles, whether or not Mirth's words land, but I am happy to diplomatify in any way to give some bardic inspiration to you if you do not already have it. There you go.
I don't believe I do. So.
Okay, and that will be the manifestation of his attempt at comforting you.
All right. Oh, this is awful. I do this.
Yeah.
Brom, it's your turn.
Oh, Hush.
Brahm.
He's having a bad day.
Poor guy. So, Brahm is going to go ahead and unfortunately probably can attack Hush's sister because he needs to incapacitate her.
Okay, sounds good. Swing away.
It's the master vampire. Sorry.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, Bob. I really hope you know what you're doing. Mirth
Brom-
doesn't say that out loud.
Brahm knows what he's
He
doing. I
doesn't-
promise.
Okay.
In this case, he knows what he's doing.
That is a 17 will hit and oh wait, will a 17 hit? Wait, I think it
God.
is. No, a 17's exactly enough, and then that natural 20 for a 29 is a crit.
Oh.
14
Oh,
plus 21
fuck.
is
Oh.
36, and with these two massive swings, you cut down this vampire and it drops into a
I cover
pile.
Hush's eyes. Literally. I will do anything to interject and cover his eyes right now. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
fuck. He does
Um,
not need to see his sister being cut in half.
Okay. So it's not going to be incapacitated for very long. He's gonna try and tie her up for now.
So there are still ice methods dropping icicles on you. That was your action to cut her down.
Yep.
So that is, you have your movement and a bonus action.
He's gonna stay where he is for now.
Astoria on wings.
Yeah. I mean, would you communicate that that's what, like, you're trying to do?
Correct. Yeah, he
Okay.
told them last round, I believe, what he was doing. But
Okay.
Yeah.
unfortunately, they can't chase the master vampire if she's like
Mhm.
attacking butts as they're doing it. So they need to get rid of all these enemies first.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could, I would like to take my action to restrain our friend
Absolutely.
here.
And
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a roll for that. You are
Great.
competent adventurers with rope. You can tie up a halfling who has been shredded by a greatsword.
Aw. I feel bad.
Angry Chan.
So that will basically be your turn. Anything else,
that's fine.
Astoria?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, hush.
Oh, man.
All good.
All right. So fly there, fly there, fly there. All of you. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 4.
Oh, great. I hate them so much.
I'm making
Yes.
this bloody deck save.
They-
I'm making
they
this bloody
are-
deck save.
They are all able to get above each of you. All of you make dexterity saves as more icicles drop from the ceiling.
24.
I'll take that
24
16.
passes. 16 passes.
20.
20 passes.
It's just becoming a nuisance at this
Also
point, and we're
16.
just kind of like dodging,
16
or just like,
passes.
or just like casually stepping out of the way. Like, can you not?
At this point, that's what all of you just did. And then I didn't hear May's roll.
Not now.
So May's dex save.
The 13 pass.
13 passes. With a little difficulty, but it does just eke by. As all of you dodge. Hush.
After dodging that last one, in tears, but he's just gonna be like, "Oh, fluff this!" and just flings a blade up towards the ceiling to hopefully hit something. I don't even know if he looked really.
Alright.
He just threw it.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Uh,
We will see what a random dagger into the ceiling does. 60 feet up.
I like the way you think.
is it doing anything?
There it is.
There we go.
A 12. Your psychic blade and a natural 20. Go ahead and roll damage on one of them.
I'll do it on that one.
Your bonus action blade. The first blade goes flying up into the air and it just kind of disappears and fizzles as it gets to the ceiling. Your second one goes flying up and you hear a yelp.
To be fair,
As it
methods
connects
are
with something.
dainty.
So that is
It's a 6 and an 8, isn't it? Yeah.
a 6 and a 5 is 11.
Okay.
A mephit, an ice mephit, falls from the darkness of the ceiling and lands next to you.
Like a moth
Kicks
that
it.
just got
Just-
zapped.
Just kicks it a couple of times. No, tears streaming. Just
Aw.
leave my people alone.
Oh dear.
And then May, I need you to make 10 attacks.
Here we go.
Yes.
And all you have to do is tell me the result of the d20 and I will let you know.
Okay, so the first one is a 12.
Okay?
5,
Yes.
1.
No.
Darn it.
A 1 would be lovely to hit. Yeah, just anything hits.
3,
3, no.
5,
5, yes, barely.
16,
Yes.
another 16,
Yes. 3 more.
17,
Yes.
another 17,
Yes. Last one.
and a 15.
Yes. I need you to roll 8d8. I know how I'm going to do this to make it easier. So 8d8 plus 16.
I love this spell.
Ridiculous.
Well,
How can Hush learn this spell? Jesus.
7, 8. Roll. My 8d8 gave me 26.
26 plus 16 is 42. So that is 1, 2, 3 ice mephits drop from the ceiling, and there is a fourth one squealing up there. So that is 4 of them have now dropped.
How many are there?
Don't know,
Who's to
maybe that
say,
was all
right?
of them. Anything else, May?
Well, I didn't really
Got
do
another
anything.
DM shrug. Got another DM
Nope,
shrug.
you still have an action.
Action. Can I see any of the ice methods?
So there's motes of light that are dancing around up there. Go ahead and give me you can see one of them that is above here. So you know there's at least two left because motes of light from Mirth are dancing around them.
Okay.
If you want to make a perception check, you can.
I want to see how many are left because.
Go ahead.
I forgot I had darts and lights up as well. It was like 2 lots of darts and lights. Should be a whole.
Okay, I got 16.
16. You see one more method up there, and you're pretty sure that's all of them.
That's not the one that's squealing.
That's the one squealing. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to say one more. And that sounds really ominous with May like killing everything that.
Hope you like it.
One more.
So Mirth, you have eyes on 3 methods left in the ceiling, flying around.
Oh, geez. Are they done with their bullshit, or are they grabbing more icicles?
Oh, they don't seem bothered by the fact that they're dropping like flies. In fact, they kind of giggle as the ones drop.
Oh, I hate them.
They're laughing at the one that's hurt.
Oh my god.
They're so mean.
Methods
Of course
are the
they are.
worst.
They're
Methods are
literally the
demented
worst. They're
little
like
elemental pieces
toddlers.
of shit.
They're hateful toddlers. Okay, so what Mirth is going to do is, seeing Hush in emotional turmoil has overridden his petty need for revenge against these dandruff flakes of the ceiling. And so he is now in friend mode, and if Hush is amenable to this, he will put his arm around Hush once he's done kicking the shit out of one of the methods and kind of hug him to his hip in an affectionate way, like, it's going to be okay. And I think he looks at because we have a small moment of somewhat quiet because the ice methods are just throwing ice at us and they can get fucked.
May's got this.
May's definitely got this.
I think it's safe to say, in fact, we'll go ahead and say it, the animated icicles can take care of the other 3 ice methods while whatever's going on happens.
Great.
Brahm, should we follow that hyena, the knoll?
Yes, and we have to do it fast.
All right, let's go then.
Can I say that when you see like May, you see just like ice methods falling behind her?
Again, like moths to a bone
Yes!
zapper. Like it's so
Destroy it.
May
And
looking
only
like a
one
full
crawls
queen.
away
Destroyer
to
of
tell the
methods.
tale.
Method
Destroyer of methods. Extermination. Yeah, in that case, since you pointed out where we were going, let's basically, Mirth is going to... Oops, I moved you. How did that happen? Mirth is going to start moseying cautiously in this direction. And can I see what's going on over here, or if there's any more mist about to...
As you get closer, you can see that the wall appears fairly weak.
Okay.
It is old. It has sat under here for who knows how long. The tower goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's the face of a tower. But you can see cracks in the brick. And
Can I use knock?
I would allow knock on it, yes, if you want to cast knock.
Sure.
it's a door if you want it to be.
As you cast knock on the side of this wall, there is that solid clunk, and a Mirth-sized section of the bricks just falls inward.
Cool.
Mirth
About
blows
that
off the top
time,
of his fist. Oh shit.
The Olani vampire starts howling and writhing in the rocks.
She's already up?
Well, she's
Yep.
tied up at least.
Region.
Yep.
Um,
Someone should keep her grappled or keep on her while we deal with nasty vampire.
something tells me Angel Face and you should be the ones going into the vampire nest because she can use her shiny Jesus wings on it. Sorry, my meds wore off like hours ago.
I love no, please
My
don't apologize. They're
on.
so good. It's so funny.
Anyway, God.
Chinese
The least
Jesus.
immersive.
Shiny Jesus.
I'm the least immersive
Yeah.
friend to be playing games with right now. But yes, we should have our holy beings go in here and clear out house, I think.
All right,
Sorry.
Brom. Brom is
Goodbye, I'll see myself out.
Brom is going to take his shiny sword out and wait for Astoria to come with him so that he can enter.
The two of you, or however many would like to go, you guys can tell me.
Mhm.
Make your way into this ruined tower. As you pass through the wall, which you should both be able to do, you can see that it looks as though the tower fell and froze. There's ice beneath you, and it's that clear ice. You can see through, and you can see the remnants of a library disjointed in the ice beneath you. Above you, also, there is a layer of ice. It's almost like a room frozen, the walls encroaching, freezing over and through, to where this tower is little more than just a shell with ice going through it. There are shifting geometric patterns on the interior of the wall, and the because of your experience with it, you do recognize those as Netherese writing, and you can see lines of energy slowly pulsing through them, almost tracing the runes throughout this tower. In the ice block itself, about here, you can see a full skeleton in tattered robes suspended within the ice.
What does it look like?
Skeleton with tattered robes. What
No.
do you mean? What does it look like?
I
I
don't
don't know what
know.
else to tell you.
Is
It's
it
under the
humanoid?
ice.
It's a humanoid.
Humanoid, yes. Appears to be a human skeleton. Similar to the skeletons you saw previously that lost their heads. This one has a skull, though.
Okay. We should keep going. Maybe it's a naughty skeleton, but we'll have to find out.
Good to know.
The back wall of the tower is there as well. It also looks fairly weak.
Okay. Should we knock there? That's probably where the hyena went.
Yeah.
Granted, like, I know they're gonna make gnolls fiends or something like that, so they're not actually hyenas, but it still feels a little bit racist to call them hyenas, because it's kind of like calling it, like, humans monkeys. I'm getting some D flashbacks. But yes.
So, you're just gonna knock on the wall?
Well,
I mean,
since we don't have
Nah.
mirth, we can try and knock down a section of the wall that's weak.
ahead and give me a
Yeah.
strength
Are
check.
there any sections that look weak?
You can give me an investigation for a
Sure.
weaker section.
Because I have an idea. I just have to see where I need to go.
Brom punches it with a 28.
Oh,
17.
okay.
You find a really weak section as you're saying, Brom, it's over here. Brom wipes out a much stronger
Brom-
section of the wall.
Brom Chris
Or you could
Redfield
just
the
do
wall.
A much larger than Mirth shaped section drops
Look,
out.
you found one.
Like,
The rest of you in the distance, you can hear the crash of stone on stone in the distance.
We're all right.
he shakes his hand and kind of like walks through.
Oh yeah, you can walk through. I didn't know if you could or not.
I can now. See anything in here?
You pass into a cave full of rubble. It seems that pieces of the tower itself have come down. It is much like the larder room, except there's nothing frozen within it. It's fairly nondescript, somewhere between natural and carved. And there are 3 ways out of this room.
All right.
This way, this way, and this way.
Do the bottom one first.
Yeah.
Toward the bottom, you are at the bottom of a ice slide.
No, let's not do that yet.
Oh, we're at the bottom of one. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
it goes
Like
up,
we
so
can't
it
go that
slides
way.
up.
Oh,
Never
okay.
mind. Well, I mean, I probably could, but like, no, we'll
Yeah.
not do that.
Go this way.
As you work your way into that room, you see a giant golem's head sitting in the middle of the room on its side. It's partially covered in ice and snow. It is ancient, similar in construction to the to the Shield Guardian in many ways that you saw in that temple. Just
Right.
larger,
Brom's
much larger.
Brom's gonna again be vaguely racist as he thinks of Azareth, only giant.
Oh, Brom.
Oh no.
Not all
Bird
robots
lad.
look the same, Brom.
Well, you did say that the Shield Guardian looked a little bit like Azareth. And if this looks like a giant Shield Guardian, it also looks like Azareth.
There are similarities.
Oh,
It's,
another
it's
tunnel
just
this way.
like,
Oh, I need to keep
oh,
moving.
he's gonna go down this tunnel. Just like all German shepherds make me think of mine. He's dumb and has one brain cell.
Oh my god.
You are at the bottom of another ice slide. And while you two investigate deeper, I'm going to flash to the group with Olani.
All right. Uh-oh.
The three of you
Thank you.
sit together while Olani writhes on the floor, twisting against her bonds as hard as she can, but doesn't seem to be breaking through.
No, come on. Shh. Hey, chill out. All right. Alani, please, just look at me. Just look at me. Alani, please. Please.
Just snaps at you, close as you can get.
Can
Infuriate.
because Hush looks pretty bad off, correct?
Hush looks what, sorry?
Hush is pretty bad off right now, correct?
Been hit very
Mentally,
hard.
yeah.
So I thought he was hit.
I was hit by an icicle thing, but it was a graze more than anything. But yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to try to do a motivational speech, just telling Hush to that we just got to take care of this to get his sister back.
Okay.
And since he's
Okay.
just got a graze, I could do third level motivational speech, and that's 5 healing.
All right, I'll take it.
But yeah, it's like just pull it together. Gotta take care of this to save your sister. We can't do this if you're freaking out.
Okay. Okay.
Pull it together, Hush.
I'm trying. Oh,
You know what I think will help? A song. And Mirth takes out his lute and will very quietly play. And it is actually an unobtrusive song. It is not like a camp counselor playing Kumbaya at exactly the wrong moment. It is, in fact, a zen and affectionate sound. We're just going to wait for the other two to take care
No
of what
problem.
needs taking care of.
That picture was the head you guys saw, and you come to the bottom of another ice slide, so it goes upward.
Hmm.
Okay. Then we will go back the other way. Now I've lost where I am. Okay.
I know what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm having to. Where'd I go? There I went.
You're lost.
Yep. I'm lost. It's fine. Because I'm also having to move on the overlay as well.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I'm moving. I also have to move the little slidey thing. All right. We'll go up here.
As you start passing through this hall, you notice blood and bits frozen into the walls itself.
Gross.
Gross, but we're closer.
The closer in you get, the more prominent the parts are.
That.
As you can see blood and gore stored in the floor beneath you and the walls around.
No.
Getting
Disgusting.
closer, in the center of this room, there is it appears to be a pillar sitting on its side. It's a slab of stone resting in the center of this 20-foot high cave. One side of it is rough, almost as if it's torn off of something larger. It's about 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, covered in frost and covered in Netherese runes. Off to the side, in a pit dug just slightly into the floor, is the form of a hyena coalescing from mist.
All right, jerk. Brom is gonna take
Hell yeah.
take his lance. I think it's a lance javelin, and he's gonna go and try and stab it through the heart of this coalescing figure.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Righty, all righty.
It's at advantage.
He got an 18. Oh wait, he got a 25. It's at advantage.
25. So as you jab this javelin down, the hyena's eyes open and it grabs the end of it with a single claw and snarls, slowly shifting from its hyena form into the form of a gnoll. You push harder on the javelin as it gets closer to this thing's chest, and its other claw goes through the blade of the javelin to try and push it away. Give me a contested strength check.
All right.
Come on, Braun. Come on.
Please.
Yeah!
Yo!
With a natural 1, Brom pushes the javelin. It passes through the claw of this gnoll into its chest, and the wood of the javelin passes through its cold heart.
Yes!
Brom does that horrible thing that people do where you're like you're doing like an arm wrestling contest and then their face changes where like they're really into it, and he'll keep pushing until the spear goes all the way through and hits something hard.
And it does. It shatters into the ice beneath this vampire. The gnoll's maw scowls, and you see the fur of its body begin to fall out slowly.
Ugh.
The skin starts to pull back, desiccated, as bits of its skull start to be revealed. And as you watch, the flesh of this gnoll sloshes off into a pile, leaving nothing but the skeleton itself. It opens its mouth, seeming to howl one more time, and just goes, ah,
Gross.
before it goes still. In the other room, as Hush is crying next to Alani and Mirth starts playing that Zen song, there is a small voice that goes, Hush. And that is where we are going to end for the evening.
Oh,
God.
could you?
I'm gonna sign off.
Yep.
Can I sign off real quick just because my mom is here?
Yeah,
Yeah, no
absolutely. You take off. If you could just like
Absolutely.
toss a towel over the top of the laptop
Yes,
and close it when you come back in.
absolutely. Yep.
And then we won't have to do our outros half
No, absolutely.
while shuffling stuff.
Hey, I'm T, and it was nice to game with everyone, and I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Take care, T.
Bye.
worries.
For the rest of you, that's where we'll end for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I had an blast with that. I hope that you enjoyed
God.
it greatly.
Oh yeah.
Sadist.
Stress.
We'll take just a couple of minutes to address any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms before we all sign off for the evening. So that is the question for this evening. Is there anyone that has any questions they would like to lift up? Any thoughts? This was a 100% combat start to finish session, but honestly, I didn't really feel like that at a lot of times, which I enjoyed. I hope that you all enjoyed that very much.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about the progress? Anything along those lines?
Ugh, vampires.
So intense. It was really fun. The
Yeah,
emotional beats, though. Squiggles, how are you feeling?
Oh, I did not know what was going to happen, and
Oh.
yeah, that was. I was just constantly thinking, what would Hush be doing at this precise point in time? And it's just at all points it was just like he probably wouldn't attack. There was all he's focused on right now is getting to his sister and making sure she's okay. But obviously, she's not his sister at this precise point in time. Well, maybe she is now, and stress.
Yep.
Yes.
Such
Yeah,
stress.
that was
Oh.
awesome. That was a really awesome session. And woo, woo,
So I have words for you, DM, in a second. But I wanted to compliment you, Squiggles, on playing in character. That was awesome. It's hard to sometimes it's hard to like make a decision on a turn that can feel so precious during combat to really be in character, and I love that you did that. That was fantastic. Even especially the grapple. Like
Yeah,
that, you knew you weren't good at it on a meta level, but who cares? That's what Hush wanted to do in the moment, right?
Hush would do. I mean, Hush. I was almost going to ask if I could roll a like a wisdom save to see if he would try and attack Brom. In that moment.
Yeah,
I
thought
think
you
for
were
a
going
second,
to. I
yeah,
was like, oh,
same.
geez.
Honestly, I was expecting you to charge Brom at that point, and I was gonna go,
Yeah.
oh, okay, here
I
we
was
go.
like, oh, now it's PvP. Oh, great.
Geez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's hard. It was nice.
but I don't know if he would. Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
It
What was
was
that,
hard.
Janie?
I said it was hard to not go after a creature that's attacking us. So that was a nice challenge to not go after the creature and to still do combat.
Yep.
I don't want to say that
Yeah.
that's your sister, but the possessed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and also, I want to use that spell more. I want more slots for that spell.
that
I need to-
spell is freaking
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I need to figure out what to do with that spell.
Going all, and
because-
I have it now too. We're both
Yes.
gonna
Oh
do
my
it.
god.
Let's
So,
animate everything, Janie. It's gonna be great.
I'm going to look at that spell again. It probably is fine as long as things occupy space, but I didn't have stuff occupying space. So I'm fairly certain once things occupy space that it wouldn't be as
You also have to have the items. Like if there's nothing there, there's nothing for her to animate.
right. There's probably an argument against using ice as the animated objects. I don't know. I'm not
I
sure
liked
about the intention. It works for me.
Personally, I liked it.
Yeah, it
loved
seemed
it.
like complex telekinesis, and I was down for it. Looking at it, it is a high enough level spell that the idea of doing 10d8 damage, I mean, with
Rare that a
chances to
bard gets
miss,
Yeah.
it's you're getting fireball levels that can be destroyed. So
Yeah,
I
do
don't
love
think
the
too much
visual
about balance.
that we
so.
got though.
that's a nice signature.
Oh,
yeah,
so good.
The visuals of the Mephits
The
dropping
visuals
as
were
the
great.
ice went back at them. I think that's something that we didn't fully appreciate is
So
that Maze
funny.
shot the icicles back
Exactly.
at the Mephits to
So
take them
good.
Made
down.
it so much
Poetic.
better. Poetic justice,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So good.
How
Dane, you had too
like
much fun. You had
had a
too much
blast.
fun, you monster. God, when you got so into telling this freaky, scary description of the hyena vampire, I was like, ugh. It was great, though. All of my groaning and whining is purely because I'm loving it. Like, it's fantastic. I'm glad that you had such a fun, sadistic time coming up with all these amazing ideas and, like, the vampire Knoll plot here with
Yeah.
Hush's sister and everything.
Turning my sister into a freaking vampire? Man!
Oof.
now I just need to figure out why.
Ooh.
No, it's the vampire null is part of the module. But one of the things, and this is something I love about having guests come in. It's something I love about talking with guests about their backstory, what they want to do, and trying to work it into the module. Is, in my opinion, this null vampire doesn't make any sense in this module.
Yeah.
It's
I was thinking the
just
same thing. I was like,
here.
what?
Like
Yeah.
there are
Why is it a
some
vampire?
somewhere in Icewind Dale there are gnolls.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reason that it's made of vampires, it has to live in here forever. So
Okay.
it had to be an undead. But I don't like the idea of vampires that don't eat something, so I had to add that haul of the new, people being brought in more or less as sacrifices or food for the vampires, essentially what it is. Now I have to figure so the inclusion of the Hush's sister plot at least gave a reason to fight a vampire in here. I had to change how vampires work raw because in mine the spawn can be released by killing the master, which isn't 5 eat raw. I also make them more powerful by letting them turn it like the old vampires. Here's the old gamer nerd. The old vampires would turn into mist and take off when you kill them. In 5e, they just die.
I like the way you did it.
Down, yeah, much more fun to track them down.
I think it adds just a little element, and it doesn't. In my opinion, and tell me if I'm ever wrong about this. It's not in kind of a tedious way. Now, I did get concerned with how far away Astoria and Brom were wandering.
Yeah.
Because
I
know what's in some of these
prepared.
rooms.
I was scared.
like, in a minute, I'm gonna have to do the equivalent of texting them and be like, should we come after you? And we probably will, but I was worried about that too, and I realized freaking far you going.
Yep. Yeah.
was
T
right
was
behind
just
the wall.
chugging Brom along, and I just had this picture of Brom just walking with determination down
Terminator
these hallways. Astoria's flying behind, kind of going, Brom?
Where are we going? You just punched through a wall.
They're all stuck in there with him. Let's be real, not the other way around.
That was
Like,
At
amazing.
least May didn't say one of her exes was a vampire, because May for a while everything was her ex.
Yeah.
oh goodness, they've done it all and seen it all.
Wait, that
Oh
Noel was your
my.
ex, mate? God. Dang. Yeah.
Can't be proud of every ex. Don't worry about it. Mistakes were made. It was a late night. It was very dark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too many champagnes.
There you go.
It happens. Yeah.
Hey, when you're a queen, stuff like that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Any other thoughts this evening before we sign off?
Had a good time. It was lovely.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah, it
let's
was awesome.
let's go around the horn. We will be having Squiggles and Hush back for another week. So another session. I did think that you would have to chase the vampire for one more session. Now I have to figure out what to do with a conscious Olani.
A beach episode.
beach
DMTC, a
In
beach
a
episode.
tunnel?
You go to the beach and everything's fine. Yeah.
In an ice
That's it.
cavern
Beach,
full
let's
of
get
ruins of an ancient civilization. A beach episode.
A beach episode.
Mercutio.
We play volleyball. We play volleyball on the beach. We get a tan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
this
least
sounds
a
amazing.
gelato if possible.
Oh,
Perfect. Well, let's go around the horn and start signing off. So we will go in the same order we have been going in, starting with Heck. Tell us who you played, who you are, and where to find you next.
Alright, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. As per usual tonight, I played Astoria, the ASMR lore bard. You can catch me, or you can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm all over the place. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander just a lot. Tomorrow you can find me over on Indoor Adventures playing in our 1986 West End Ghostbusters game, and I think this is the beginning of the end. The big, scary, city-wide ghost stuff is happening. So, it's getting real very fast. On Monday, you can catch me back here for Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. On next Thursday, you can catch me over on Dat Magic Juice's channel for All Hail the Queen, which is our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. And then Tuesday, the 25th, you can catch us back here with Gelgolim, our Yiddish Fantasy Gone Rogue campaign, where we're talking to ghosts and haunted castle stuff. It's wild, so you won't want to miss it. But that's it for me. Let's keep on keeping on.
Dow Dow.
Yeah, I'm Mal Lucart. I played Mirth, our Dragonborn bard, tonight, and I really enjoyed it. And I'll post links to socials in a minute, or heck will, or somebody will. But
I'm
thank
on
you
it.
all so much for a lovely game. I so enjoyed it.
Wonderful. Janie.
I'm Janie, Janie Pot 7575 for social media, and I played May, who is the really cool bassist of our band of bards.
Fantastic. And then Hush, our guest, or Squiggles, our guest.
Hey.
Sorry.
That's cool. It's cool. You can call me Hush. I can be whatever you want. No, but yeah, my name's Squiggles. I have been playing Hush, um, the mischievous rogue who was very emotional today. Oh my god. Um, if I was a little bit more, if I dug a little bit deeper, I probably would have cried at some point. But
Aw.
yeah, you can find me on all the socials with that same spelling of Squiggles, SQWGGLZ. And yeah, you'll next see me here in 2 weeks, I guess, to see what else Hush is going to have to deal with. God damn it, DM.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. And I have been, and will continue to be the last hit point hero. You can find me at Oathsworn on Monday coming up. And you can't find me playing this, but I'm getting ready to start an off-stream game playing the tough thing about DMing is my brain holds stuff, and then when I decide to switch gears to something different, my brain
Oh, yeah.
drops the names of stuff. So I have to, talk about nothing in particular until I find Tomb of Annihilation, which is which is the adventure that we're going to be playing off stream. So my old high school group has chosen that as our get back together to play.
Oh,
That's awesome.
So we're doing that starting next Wednesday night. So you can't
that's
see
good.
it, but it. I think that is it. Nothing else comes to mind. We are all covered. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. Until then, check out all the other wonderful things going on Neon Lights Roleplay. Heck is going to send us off to some kind of raid somewhere into the wonderful world of the internet and our circle of play friends. And the last but not least and thing to remember above all else is good. That's the rule.
Bye.